Hey everyone, sorry, I had some streaming issues that made me a bit late. Uh, Sorry about that. Kira helped me fix it. I hope all of you are doing okay. I'm Kyle Marshaku, and I'm creator of Cinemod Fallout. Homestuck is Good, actually, the ultimate Homestuck recap, the zombie trilogy back in the day. And yeah, sorry about the mistake. Hopefully, some of you guys still are interested in watching. Kira, can you give me a confirmation that you're able to see this, just so I can know before I move on? Do 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 do. All right, thank you, Kira. Okay. So, we're gonna move on then. So first thing I'm gonna ramble about today. Oh, I forgot. I should mention we have a Discord if you want to support me trying to grow this little community of people. Uh, so yeah, check it out in the description. But today we're going to talk about Fallout mods because we were talking about it before. Last time we talked about some of the Fallout mods that Kira and I had created, but we weren't able to finish it. There were still a bunch of mods we needed to talk about. And so just like before, I want to reiterate that Kira and I worked on these together, my partner and I. It was a joint effort. I will be talking about my perspective, what I think about these mods. But, you know, if I use I and we interchangeably, it's my mistake, okay? I don't speak for her. These are just my thoughts. Oh, Krista says hello. Hello. Yeah, sorry for being late. Technical issues on my end. It turns out I have to press go live twice. I didn't know that. I didn't know I had to pick go live twice. Why? Anyway, so last time, the last one we talked about was Cinemod Fallout and patches. This was our big one. It has the guide and all the patches that make the setup that we have for our several hundred episode Let's Play of Fallout work. And yeah, I'm proud of it. Seeing 2020 though does make me sigh. I knew when we made this, like, okay, we have 4 years, and we failed to finish playing it in 4 years. Naturally, it's so much. But yeah, we're in the new regime now. I guess we'll do the best we can whenever we get off hiatus. So, first up, we have this mysterious cube mod. Now, the reason we made this mod is just because we felt that Fallout New Vegas didn't have a really good, like, inventory management. There are other mods that try to address that, other mods that try to fix it. It just, none of it was really that good. Part of the problem is they try to sort weapons by, like, weapon type. And, like, I don't care about weapon type. Not really. What I care about is the ammo they use. This is a post-apocalyptic game. It's a Fallout game. You're supposed to be scrounging for ammo. So, like, yeah, whenever I made decisions on what weapon to take, it was more based on the ammo than the weapon type. So we took our own whack at it, and we decided to have this, like, sci-fi type of, like, hypercube that you could, like, go inside of and shrink down. And we had it built in, like, you have to construct it yourself out of Mothership Zeta, you know, and the TDW is the mod that adds Fallout 3 to New Vegas. So that was our way of, like, trying to justify it within the lore. Kira says, your scripting on this one was amazing. The cube will take into account what site it's laying on when you enter it. Oh, yes, yes. So, like, okay, here you can see the construction process. And it's, like, it's literally a weapon. You throw it out like a mine. And then based on what side it lands, you might come in the wrong way. So, oh no. This was completely unnecessary. I didn't have to do this, but I love doing it all the same. And then, okay, then here you can reorient it, and you have the options you can use to mess with your inventory, and it just feels very useful to me. I made these icons myself, you know, pulling from the game icons. And it has some non-weapon stuff in here too. Here's the lore, if you want to know the lore. We did some, like, prison abolition stuff. And perfectly generic object, we have a little Homestuck reference here for people. We just basically wanted to have like some type of incinerator for items you didn't want. And you can also use those perfectly generic objects to just water down your ammo. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This one's fairly straightforward. We have all the categories listed here. Yep. So let's go to the next one now. All right, the next one is the Frontier add-ons. So we'll see. This one has 28,000. Nope, no, this one still has more, 300,000. You know, we made so many cool mods, and everyone's just like, "Oh yeah, let's play the sex mod." It's like, okay, but we made some other stuff too. Whatever. So, now, if you don't know what the Frontier is, the Frontier was this like super duper giant mod made for Fallout New Vegas. Like 10 years after the game came out, a team got together and was like, what if it was a whole new game? And so it's like a whole extra game stapled into New Vegas, kind of like the TTW one was for Fallout 3, except this one built completely custom from the ground up. And that's really cool, right? But you might have heard about some stuff about the Frontier. I think I can show a video to kind of like show people what this is about. So let's see, if I search Fallout the Frontier, what comes up? All right. Anime, great. Okay. This guy's pretty funny. I can watch it, right? I won't get DMCA'd for that. I won't get content ID'd. I think I'll be fine. Yeah, people do react content all the time. I won't watch the whole thing. But just to give you an idea of the game and also people's reaction to the game.
Oh!
Right after this ad. Okay.
Spoilers, smooth skin.
Fallout the Frontier was a highly anticipated modification for Fallout New Vegas, with 7 years in development and the promise of many features thought impossible in the ancient bones of the Gamebryo engine. It's the sort of fancy mod that gets its own Steam page, and boy, I can't wait to see what a mess that's going to become. It features 3 main campaigns,
I don't think that was ever
the NCR
released.
Exiles, the Northern Legion, and the Crusaders of Steel, who are just the Brotherhood of Steel but Mormon. I'm being literal here. The real draw is the technical marvels, with cutscenes, large battles, drivable vehicles and tanks, and all sorts of insane mechanics to really flex the skill of the mod-making team behind this. Back that up with voice acting that ranges from decent
A unicorn.
to really impressive,
I see enough here to make most people crazy.
but still occasionally dips down into god-awful, keeping that Fallout spirit.
Surprised to see you down here in the gutter.
Including the voice actor of Noctis from Final Fantasy. So you've got to be thinking, oh man, we've got a winner. This is a pot full of ingredients and we're just a step away from victory.
Yeah, boy.
But no, this isn't just some regular cooking, no, this is Hachimar cooking. And this time around, the special ingredient is the story. The story of Fallout the Frontier is perhaps the aggressively worst writing I've seen in recent video game history. And I just got done playing a game in which the Syrian army dabs on journalists while Chad Russians solve all the problems in the world with judicious application of SU-24s. The mod
I think that's a dig on Russia supporters. I support that.
sells itself thusly. The NCR are an action-packed linear campaign, the Legion is open and more about the story, and the Crusaders are in between. What they failed to clarify is that by linear campaign, what they actually meant was that the devs sat down and watched a bunch of movies and games a few years ago, and decided to take random scenes from all of them and mash them together into a Fallout game. The game features shining moments of brilliance with some decently written characters voiced by talented people in set pieces that blow you away, only to suddenly toss it out of the window and clap their hands because now it's time for a horror segment.
Hey, have you ever seen Black Hawk Down? Let's do Black Hawk Down. I want to do Black Hawk Down. But instead of an interesting segment, it's just 3 dudes vibing in an empty square.
The game being in the works for 7 years perhaps leads to this feeling where the opening of the NCR campaign, which goes on for 5 acts totaling 35 goddamn hours, compared to the other 2 campaigns
is
having
really
1 act
long.
each, it feels more like Call of Duty and is rather focused, and then quickly switches as the story carries on. I could forgive that every single flashback involved a character appearing, making sad noises at the camera, and then dying at the end of it because war is bad, because it at least focused on something even if it was preachy and annoying as hell. What is subtlety? Apparently the best writing can be found in the Crusaders, which were the most recent addition to the Shepard98
says, played the Frontier, the horror part was just too confusing. Horror part? Which one, buddy?
mod. But the Legion's writing, while better than the steaming dogshit the NCR has, is just rather plain and boring.
Crusaders! Fire on the nuke! God shall
Fire on the nuke! Every single mission and scene in the NCR campaign is just the most transparent and painful setup to another set piece, as the mod wheels around trying to get on every single cliche and famous scene possible, whilst doing it in the most brain-empty manner known to man. It really does feel like there were 30 different writers and one poor guy was told, hey, stick all of these unconnected scenes together. The worst bit is that despite building a million different
The vault and the space station? Okay, yeah, those 2 horror bits were part of the NCR quest line. I think there were 2 additional ones that weren't part of the main quest, and so there's like 4 total. But honestly, I still might be missing one.
varied scenes, every set piece massively overstays its welcome and doesn't vary within the scene at all, often with some god-awful level design. A wave defense sequence, how many waves do you think? 3, maybe 5. No, fuck you, it's 10. 10 full fucking waves for no goddamn reason. There is no story, reason, or unique gameplay. It's just 10 full fucking waves of enemies tankier than the little Sherman that you get to drive that lasts for an ungodly time.
And then you just teleport out of there.
Okay, we're past 30 seconds.
All right, I think we get the gist of it here. Like I said, I didn't want to watch the whole thing. And so yeah, the Frontier is a lot. I think this review is actually a bit harsh in my opinion. But it does capture the general response to the Frontier, and it's kind of hated a bit. And honestly, I kind of hate to be in the position, but I gotta kind of defend it a little bit. Like, I'm sorry, but look, it's just dumb ads. Sorry about that. Here, let me just get some backing footage. Fallout the Frontier trailer? Yeah, let's just play a trailer. Yeah, this trailer is really cool. Can't play the music because it's copyrighted music, but just have it in the background while I talk. So, Fallout the Frontier was extremely ambitious, and it was made by just a bunch of amateurs. So I feel like already you do have to have a sort of sliding scale for your judgment. It is not a AAA game and should not be treated as such. However, it is still very impressive for what it is. Kira says, personally, I feel like there was no possible way it could have lived up to the hype. Exactly. Now, obviously, the writing is still mostly trash. The NCR playthrough is like a Call of Duty game, and it is heavily inspired by other games. But I don't know, the thing is, they just kind of took the line too far. All Fallout games and a lot of mods take little Easter eggs and bits of references here and there. The problem there was just so much reference, and you were expected to take it seriously. So I think they just kind of push that envelope too far. I could see why people are annoyed by it, but to me that doesn't necessarily make it bad. Just like, okay, it's somewhat unoriginal. But there's a lot more than just those parts. There are the Legion and Crusader storylines as well as the NCR storyline. I don't know. The thing is, I can't be too definitive in how I feel about this, because in our cinematic Fallout playthrough, we haven't gotten to the Frontier yet. Honestly, because of the way the timeline works, it's probably going to be one of the last things we do get to. So we haven't like squeezed out every bit of content from this. We just know ahead of time some things due to like, research and whatnot we have done ahead of our playthrough. And honestly, from what I think it's still a bit maligned. And I think part of it is honestly fascism. I know, get me again. Kyle says like, oh, why this goes back to fascism? Yep, sorry, it does. See, the thing is, you can play as like kind of 3 different flavors of fascist. Like, you play as the NCR exiles, not the actual NCR, the exiles with like a Trumpian leader, and the entire thing is like some sort of like weird fascist libertarian like leaving the NCR. They're not actually fascists, but they're very coded that way. And then you have like the Crusaders of Steel, which have this whole like zealot Mormon missionary type of vibe to them, like Crusaders, except none of their beliefs align with that. Like, aside from the fact that they like believe in God, they're actually really feminist. So literally, it's like what about the feminazis? They're actually kind of based, aside from the whole religious doctrine bit. And then you have the Northern Legion, which is just literally, what if we fascists were more moderate? And that's all it is. It's just moderating fascists. Krista says politics in my woke live streamer. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This tend to politics time Lovecrafty. I can't. I don't know. Politics does not make for good punnery. Um. So yeah. So the three factions are all kind of like that. But they're like, okay, so who do we have as the big bad guy? And they decide, well, the Enclave, of course. The Enclave is the evil fascist faction within Fallout. Bethesda's redesign of them in Fallout 3 even gave their armor little devil horns, just so you know that they're the bad guys. Previously, they were depicted more like cockroaches, which I think is fitting. So yeah, they make the Enclave the bad guys. The problem is a lot of people in the Fallout modding community, particularly like the right-wing authoritarian group of the community, they really love the Enclave. They don't like the Legion as much because the Legion looks like goofballs, which is why I don't really like that they decided to make the Legion in this mod look very like Roman, because the whole point is that they weren't Roman, they're LARPers. But whatever. Moderate Legion gets Roman armor, I guess. But the Enclave are the real bad guys, and some people still like them because they like to roleplay as fascists. They're like, how do we fix this? And they decided, I know. Let's make them super fascist. Let's make the Enclave so evil they literally want to turn the Earth into a gas chamber. And they figured, okay, if we do this, then no one will want to side with them, right? Wrong. That just made them want to side with them more. They liked them even more, and they got mad that you weren't allowed to side with them. So let me just make sure I'm not getting copyrighted. Nope. Okay, I'm good. So a lot of the controversy around the frontier was first stirred up by fascists, like 4chan users, Kiwi farmers, probably just also fascists that were around on the Nexus website, people that were very invested in what this mod would be as a sort of like NCR military simulator, and then got really mad when the mod explicitly told them they could not join the fascist faction. And there was even a bit of controversy where they asked the creators, and the creators were just like, yeah, nah. Because they thought it was obvious, and honestly, it should have been. So I think one of the big failures of the Frontier is they kind of tried to appease the fascists for a really long time, and it was futile. It was never going to work, and eventually the fascists turned on them. Now, there were some sus stuff in the creation of it, but a lot of people kind of mix up the actual sus stuff with just sexuality in general. And because they don't really care about how accurate their accusations are, so these kind of get mixed in together. There is some objectionable stuff in here, and once we actually go and play it, I'll probably be able to be more thorough in that regard of the objectionable stuff. I already criticized the fascism, trust me. But yeah, I think a lot of the hatred for it has been as a sort of like degeneracy, not actually any substantial criticisms. Or the Kiwi says, a lot of Frontier criticisms were also just low-key neo-Puritanism and anti-sex sentiment. Honestly, you're very right. Oh, it's already been spoken about? My bad. Nah, it's fine. There's a bit of a latency. It's fine. But no, here, you know what? You're right. In fact, I'm going to go back to this other video, which again, I think this guy's pretty funny in this video. I think it's useful for understanding where this was at. But there's a bit in here that gets into that Puritanism you're talking about. Hold on, let me just scrub through and try to find it.
Use this option. Really, and Fallout can be a thing to do. You have from her. It takes a serious, incredible. I'll add review parts. Found in the form of highlights from here on. I'll add review parts if there's something relevant. But before you go, I think I should add, the game's writing isn't just awful. It's aggressively horny.
And I'm going to mute it because that's copyrighted music. But yeah, so his criticism is like, oh, it's so horny. And then he just shows a whole bunch of screenshots. And you're like, okay, you know what? Let's actually go through and address these, because some of these are objectionable. Okay, so here we have an instance of a companion character being enslaved in dialogue. And, it says, my little slave girl. Sure, you're being evil. You're enslaving a girl. This character is a, barely legal 18-year-old, basically. But the way they act, it's not surprising some people thought she was younger, that some people thought she was underage. I'm not really equipped to do an analysis on the character of America. There's a lot going on here. They were trying to do something, but there's this sort of like juvenileness to the character that I understand why makes some people uncomfortable. So they kind of reach at straws to try to explain why. Obviously, this is an evil thing to do, but like Fallout has had ways to enslave people before, so I don't think it's that novel. And yep, just more enslavement. Yep, sure. Um, Yeah, she does bring up feet a lot, which is, in my opinion, indicative of some type of fetish stuff. Honestly, I think she was just meant to sound like an anime girl, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't even think there's anything wrong about her being sexual. I don't think there's anything wrong about having a feet fetish, because a lot of people do. The problem is the age thing. A lot of people think she's underage, and she's not technically, but I can understand the misinterpretation there. It's a bit yikes. Um, Shepard says, I mean, in Fallout 3, you could bring a child to Paradise Falls, selling it to slavers. Yes, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't literally based on that. Um, Unfortunately, when I press my emotion icons, I lose my spot on the video. So 1 second. Where is it?
Decent. Fallout can be silly and Fallout can be serious, but that's why explodes. What the serial the switch over, but
Okay.
now it's time for the serious part of the story. Except you walk with found in the
Oh, okay, okay. Let's get to the next bit. All right, here we go. So that's America. Okay, so there is another character who has. So this is a soldier character who has a robot dog. Okay, nothing out of the ordinary yet. She has a perk, and it says Bolt. Bolt's the dog, Wrench is the human. Bolt loves Wrench a lot, maybe a bit too much. Wrench will always be joined by her faithful companion Bolt, no matter what. The idea here is that this was, wow, crap, am I allowed to say it? This was animal loving. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say the actual word, so I won't. Oh, zoophilia. There we go. I think I can say the clinical term. But I think obviously, like, that's not the only way to interpret this, right? Like, okay, a bit too much. I think the idea is that's a lead into the dog just following around no matter what. I don't know. Maybe you could read something bad into that, but I don't think it's the only way to read it. Oh, and by the way, I want to mention, Wrench is a literal fascist. She is the Enclave companion you can get. Her whole thing being that she left the Enclave. She is a really terrible character and human being. And I don't even just mean like morally, but like the way her story is written is literally like, I'm the one good Enclave girl. The Enclave have a point. No, they don't actually have a point, actually. Here we find the lizard people. There's literally just a group of lizard people in the mod. Reptilians, whatever. They're completely sentient. They talk to you, and they are humanoid vaguely. And you can have sex with one or two of them. I know at least one. Maybe there's a second one. Yeah. Again, sure. That's horny. That's sexual. But they're consenting. It's fine. They do a lot of drugs, though, so the consent, I guess, could be a little dubious because of the drugs. Anyway, yep, this is just that's just sleeping with the lizard people. A different mod adds this. I don't even understand what this is about. Yeah, this just seems random to me. Use a makeshift explosive device to cause a cave-in. Is this supposed to be innuendo? Because I'm not seeing it. Yeah, and this is just random tweets that already address the stuff we talked about. That was pretty weak, right? That was really weak evidence of like how like ridiculously, scandalously sexual this game is. You know what? Here, let me show you some other scandalous evidence Fallout New Vegas Gamora. Look at this. It's a strip club. What is that? Is that part of a booty? Oh my goodness. So anyway, I think a lot of the hate is overblown. Not to just this guy. He even kind of went back on some of his comments later. But yeah, I think Fallout the Frontier is interesting, and that's why we decided to make some add-ons for it. We were like, you know what? There's potential here. Let's fix what are some of the biggest issues that we think we're able to fix. Obviously, we can't just fix the entire NCR storyline. So here's all the add-ons. Alternate start. This one just basically makes it to where the Frontier kind of tries to get you to start it as soon as you boot up the game. This changes the way that works so that you can start it later at your own leisure. Anti-authoritarian just gave you an achievement to kill the leaders. Anti-union propaganda. There's a quest in it that's basically just a copy of the Tenpenny Tower quest, but with a bit of like a sort of like pseudo-capitalist vibe to it. There's a bunch of ghouls working in a mine, and the leader is Del Castron, like Fidel Castro. It's basically the dumb twist, just like with Roy Phillips in Fallout 3. If you help the underprivileged ghoul character, turns out he's even more evil than the racists. Reverse racism is what you really need to watch out for. So we changed that ending. There's the colonialism fix. There's this weird quest where you're like doing bounties and you have to kill people, and one of them is just like an indigenous tribes person stealing to survive. Like, it's like stealing a loaf of bread stuff. It's like, wow, I can't believe they made you kill him. So we make it to where you don't have to kill him. The Crusader cutoff delay, this just lets you work with the Crusaders, or lets you work with the NCR longer before you have to switch to the Crusaders. Oh, I gotta turn the music back on. It's quiet. And then Disarmist Diaries. This was our attempt to try to put the people of Portland back in this mod, because it's supposed to take place in Portland, but everyone in Portland is dead. So we just have a bunch of logs where you can learn a bit more about them. Also, we tried to like unify the lore a bit. Final confrontation. So this changes the big bad super fascist evil guy. We tried to change his dialogue to be a bit more sensible, because in the actual game, okay, hold on. I think I might describe what was so bad here. Let me see. The confrontation with Argus, that's his name, aboard the space station, we feel is the climax of the Frontier, one of the most important and consequential moments of the entire mod, and it falls flat. The player is told that Argus is the AI of the Enclave space station. Even though the writing makes it painfully aware that he is sentient, he has no coherent explanation of why he wants to do mass genocide. He has only a dozen dialogue lines, and all he offers as an explanation is that the Vault-Tec experiments prove humanity deserves to be wiped out. So his only motivation is that he seems to be an evil, misanthropic AI that might be bigoted towards carbon-based life forms. He's a supervillain. But even then, it doesn't make sense, and spoiler alert, by the way. The twist shows that he was actually a brain in a jar, a human. He's a human who wanted to wipe out humanity for being inhumane. He's just evil. We know why he's written this way. It's because the Frontier needed a villain that was so evil that even die-hard Enclave supporters would still want to oppose him in the linear NCR Exiles questline. So we gave him a purpose. We gave him an ideology that aligns with his goal, ecofascism. And we actually have a video here from someone. Yes, someone was kind enough to post this. Shout out to Breadman161 for posting this. So here, we'll just play the conversation of Argus with our modifications.
Courier, good thing you got here. We have a situation. It's Tuna. He's lost it. He suddenly attacked us, severely wounding Freak Show. He'd unlocked himself inside that room.
All right, let's skip to the actual conversation with the guy. Because first you talk to these guys, and you realize, oh no, things are bad, stakes are high.
Why have you come here?
Kier says, I do like the voice actor for him. I forget the name, but I've watched their videos before. Oh, Gopher. Gopher's really big in not just the Fallout modding community, but the modding community broadly. He's a big technical expert. They decided to get him to voice the AI as the big bad as a sort of like cheeky reference of like, oh, look, we got this guy. And it's cool, but his voice is completely wasted.
What would you like to talk about? I am Argus, Archimedes' remote guidance utility system. Yes.
Great writing. Yes. Oh my goodness. You got that talent there. You used it wisely.
I am converting them into something new. Converting them into a new species of life that can survive in the world that I shall create out of the dying remains of the Earth. Are you familiar with Agent Rust? An acidic gas that was developed here on the space station. Its properties are extremely corrosive to virtually any material that it comes into contact with, including organic, with the exception of FEV subjects. I believe you've already seen an example of this in the Biological Research Center as I pumped it through the ventilation system. Now imagine the entire Earth submerged in that gas.
Super
It
Nazi.
would unwrite all of humanity's wrongs and create a new fertile ground to allow a new species of life to begin. A new species that would have been genetically engineered by me to ensure that they will not go down the same path of destruction as humanity. I have witnessed many of humanity's actions up here in space. I watched as humans consumed the resources of the planet like a parasite. I watched as they impulsively polluted the planet with nuclear waste. And I've watched as they obliterated the planet with nukes. But that is not even the worst that I have seen of humanity. When I was first created...
Yeah, to be honest, I feel like the closest analogy to this writing here, because this isn't like a coherent ideology, right? Like, the closest thing we could think of was eco-fascism, which is a belief that you want fascism, but you also recognize the environmental destruction that's happening under the current neoliberal order. And so you believe that moving towards fascism could lead to also addressing climate change. It's kind of like you think the brown people are the ones ruining the planet, basically, or at least the people that cater to the brown people. And it's incoherent. And not only that, let's be real, most fascists don't really actually care about the environment. Like, okay, maybe the closest person to have ever had this ideology was Ted Kaczynski. But aside from that, I don't know.
One of my primary functions was to analyze data received from the Vault-Tec Vault experiment known as the Societal Preservation Program. It was a program designed by the Enclave to conduct experiments on human test subjects within the vaults. They included the use of FEV on
Fast forward a bit.
populations. I have spent centuries...
He lists a bunch of evil experiments.
Parasite, a mistake. I have found no redeemable characteristics in humanity.
What a waste. Thanks to the damage you've caused, my primary voice modulator is flickering. This is the backup. Just a little explanation to explain why I'm doing the voiceover now. And look, you have a whole bunch of questions. You can ask him about stuff, like you can with the Legate or other, Fallout villains that you come across. You can like have a discussion before you fight. Kira says, I think a much better version of the sentiment that humanity isn't worth saving was the end of book 2 of the Axioms End series, when Cora is just looking at all the news channels. Honestly, yes. But I felt like that wasn't necessarily about humanity not being worth saving. It was like the society we had constructed. We had created this doom cage around ourselves, and humanity was going down with it. it's a slightly different use of the term humanity, and I really don't think anything like that applies here in a post-apocalyptic scenario. This guy is talking like genetically. He thinks the problem with humanity is their DNA. That's a crude term for what I'm doing. If that's how you describe forgoing humanity for the long-term survival of life on the Earth, then fine. I am. Traces of FEV pervade the population, but okay, I'm not gonna sit here all, but you can ask about all of the holes in his plan or whatnot, and he'll explain the holes away. So it, you know, you don't have to agree with it, but we felt like at least he should believe in his plan, you know? To that. It is. Right. Karma. Were you expecting... We explained that he this like chosen few mantra to be like he thinks some people are better than most people, and that will later in class win to fumigate. And then here you have the reveal.
This isn't good.
Lived in this tube for over 2 centuries. But before I became this...
Yep, you have the reveal that he is actually human and not an AI, and then you have to fight him in the big boss fight. A lot of people don't like the space station stuff because it doesn't feel like Fallout. And like, I don't play mods to feel like Fallout. Sorry. I play mods to have fun. I play mods for good stories within the Fallout world. If there was a mod that added Hello Kitty to the universe and it was actually really well written and they inserted her in the universe in a way that made sense, like, I don't know, maybe she's a animatronic, then sure, fine. So yeah, that's that one. That's one that we spent a lot of time on with like the voice acting and stuff. We have this one here, Hot and Cold, and honestly, this is my favorite. I know we just did that whole thing, but this one is my favorite. We added temperature system to Fallout. It's so cool. I can't believe no other game. I can't believe Bethesda hasn't done this. And actually, you know why? Because Fallout 4 and Fallout 76 and even the Fallout TV show, it's a wasteland, but nature's fine. Everything's great. Everything's come back. And it's like, oh, come on. There's just mutants now. So the script checks regularly for the player for where they're located and what they're wearing to determine what relative temperature the player feels on a scale from 1 to 100. And hot or cold temperatures can result in consequences. There's 3 places, so the Mojave, Jacobstown, the Frontier. So Mojave's really hot, Jacobstown's a little chilly, and the Frontier is freezing. Yeah, we have the temperature ranges, we have different effects you can get. We had to divide the outfits into basically naked, barely clothed, average, well-clothed, and tech-powered. So yeah, I really love this one. We made a few different versions of it for depending on what mods you're using. Kira says Skyrim survival mode has temperature in survival mode. I don't think Fallout 4 does. I didn't know Skyrim does. That is news to me, but the Frontier does not. Sorry, the Fallout does not. Krista says people too often project their biased expectations on their criticism of art. Yes. I mean, we're all biased in an extent. Okay. This song is so long. Can we skip this Homestuck song? Yeah, let me skip. Is it playing? It's not playing. Oh no. Okay. I was really worried something was going to crash on me. There we go. So, yeah, everyone has biases, so I don't really mind that too much, but people need to like take their biases into account. Expectations are a big one, especially with video games. That's why I don't care about hype cycles anymore. It's just not worth it. Oh, what video game are you excited for this week? I'm excited to get enough money to survive. I will play video games for fun as I find time. I know what I'm doing removes a very dumb counter command that the mod has. Lore consistency, there's just some weird lore stuff that they have wrong in this mod, so we fixed some of that. They don't understand that the term legate was not used in the Roman sense, but was rather used in a specific sense for a dictator paradigm in the Legion. And then lore fixes, they tried to retcon Mothership Zeta. A lot of people don't like Mothership Zeta, so perfect mantises, those were the alternate things that Argus was creating he talked about. We just added a bit more lore to them. Rename the power armor, change the dumb loading wheel. Obviously someone who never wielded a gun made it. Guns are always loaded, people. Anyway, scab disguise so you can pretend to be a raider so you don't have to murder thousands of them. Scraps for all. There's a cool Robot Legion companion you're normally locked out of, so we made a mod to try to get you to get him. It's a little buggy, but it worked for us. And then this is a mod meant to, like, insert some sexuality into the Crusader feminists. So yep, that's that mod. It's a big one, and I'm proud of it. Got a lot of views, or downloads, whatever. So yeah, okay, let's go back to the rest of the mods. Alright, next we have Among Us, but it's Fallout. When we were making the different Frontier mods, we got to a point of like, what if we just add our own vault, have a little silly side quest based on Among Us. This was back when Among Us was really big, and we played it a lot. We really did enjoy it. We had a group of friends. Unfortunately, that friend group kind of imploded when, like, they got into a big fight and just schismed for no reason, and that was really sad. And they never had enough people to play Among Us after that. But we still had this mod we made. So, here's Vault 28. You go into it, and it tells you what happened. Basically, there was a game of Among Us here, a bunch of researchers, there's some lore added to make it make sense. And you have to go in and you have to stop the gas to get the air, and then you have to go around and investigate and figure out who was the actual murderer. And there's some red herrings in there, there's some clues you can find. Some people had a bit of a hard time finding the clues, so, you know, it was just something we made in like the span of a month for fun. And this guy was able to give us some of his radiation suit models to help it happen. Yeah, it's very sus. Background music's a little loud. Sorry about that. It just got really loud at that one part. Shepard says, what I love on mods is what they bring to the game, like space factions, companions, Mothership Zeta Crew is one of my favorite factions. Yeah, I mean, I think Mothership Zeta Crew is very morally iffy, to be honest. But I really liked our playthroughs in Cinemod Fallout when we did Mothership Zeta Crew. That whole like space arc was really fun. I think we managed to try to be a sort of good dictator situation, and we tried to make the point that there are no good dictators. Even if you try to be one, you'll fail. But as we said in the review for it, we think it's a mod that was really made with love for the Fallout world, so much so that they tried to make something new without just like carbon copying what had already been there before. Alright, and then this is a simple one. Pride Arsenal. So, you know, let me... Yeah, different song. So here is a bunch of gay guns for Pride Month. I think this was... When was this? Last year? No, 2022. Carissa says, except for me, I'm the best dictator. Well, that's what a lot of them think. I think actually... So, okay, politics a bit. I think it is kind of possible to be a sort of good dictator. Like, you can use that power and use it for good ends. The problem is just the structure that gives you your power. It's often going to turn against you. Usually, if you're a dictator, there's certain generals that keep you in power. So if you start being too based, then those generals might thwart you. So it is possible, but there's a lot of risk. And then the biggest risk is at the end. How do you undo that dictatorship? You know, you become dictator, you make America into a socialist utopia or whatever. Great. Now, how do you go back to democracy now that the socialist utopia has been instantiated? And that's usually where they fall. It's, what is it, the inheritor problem? Anyway, so here's an Arsenal of Pride pile. And the mod is so gay. We got Eleonora to shout this one out for us when we made it, which is really cool. Eleonora is a mod creator who's very gay, very awesome and based about it. Very, I think she's pro-Palestinian as well, if I recall. Anyway, she's cool. And she was actually so good at her mods that she got a job at Bethesda, which is almost unheard of. So yeah, we just want to have a bunch of pride guns, so we made a sort of quest where you can go around the world and collect them. A lot of reactionaries be like, pride flags aren't canon in Fallout. Well, guess what? They are now. Look, we made them. We made them canon. This gun mod is peak. This is what America should look like. One thing that was a bit controversial, or not, I don't know, controversial, a bit of a tough call, is we felt like we had to define what each of the gay flags and sexualities meant. And obviously, this meant we had to pick the right gay flag for the right gay identity. And I say right with quotation marks. We just tried to go with consensus, right? A lot of people don't like to define these terms because they're kind of vague, and you know, people have different interpretations of them, and we don't want to cause like disunity. But we felt it was still important to define some of them, especially because some of them are kind of niche, and on a public modding website, a lot of people probably just don't know what some of them are. So we did a sort of like min to max thing. So like here's the gay one. It's called the Homosexualizer, the gay edition. Fires 357 magnums, 40% more than standard for damage, 20% less than standard for rate of fire, holds 20 rounds, and fires bullets. At its most limited, gay refers to men loving men, but more broadly is often used to refer to all queer LGBTQIA+ people. Such gay has one of its most recognizable pride flags, and it's a subsection of homosexuality. And then we have the Homosexualizer Lesbian Edition, we have the Bisexualizer, the Polysexualizer, the Pansexualizer, the Asexualizer, the Queerinator, the Transgendificator, the Non-Binarator, the Gender Fluitor, the Two-Spiritificator, the Xenogendificator, the Agendificator, the Intersexuator, the Polyamorator, the Kinkifier, the Furifier, the Neurodiverger, and the Pluralizer. We did mention these are like LGBT adjacent things that we felt were worth including. And then there's also a perk where Armed Profligate, if you use these weapons against the Legion, it's better. We did actually add cis and hetero versions of the weapons as well, because we knew if we didn't, someone else would. A lot of people would like to be reactionary whenever you made a pride flag mod, and they would just immediately make a straight pride flag mod. So we're like, all right, we'll beat you to the punch. We put them in there, but we made them in like the hardest places in the game to possibly get, so good luck getting them. Okay. This next one is People of Paradiso. I know it says adult, but I think it's fine to show. Kira says, I have to say your choices to whether to add indicator and if fire are perfect, lol. Thank you. I spent a lot of time thinking about that. So this mod is basically, we wanted to try to add like a really based leftist faction to the game. And we wanted to kind of do it while being a bit, you know, a bit sleazy about it. You know, it's like, it's a nudist commune, right? Because we just thought that would be fun, to be honest. And of course it has to be small because quest mods are hard to make. This mod isn't like astounding because we never were able to get voice actors for it. We got a bunch of friends to voice act and they didn't show up. So unfortunately it's unvoiced, but I still recommend if you want to give it a chance. So here's the little tag video, or image, I mean. Here's what the place looks like. And it is a nudist commune, but they only looked as nude as you set the game to. In vanilla, they still wear underwear. This is not a vanilla character. So yeah, and here's a bunch of characters, and they have a whole naming scheme. There's a bunch of quests you can do for them to help them out. And there's other stuff I probably shouldn't say or show. So yeah, I think I'll leave it there. Kira says, the amount of trouble these NPCs gave me was ridiculous. You did a great job, sweetie. I really appreciate it. And then the last one we have here is Your Game is Canon. I know I've been going a bit long for my rambling, but let's just keep going. So, here's the little image we have. All the Fallout content. You're here right now, asking us this. Of course you are real. This world is real. It is happening now. In the near future, a Vault 33 dweller reports the existence of shady sands of the New California Republic to Vault Tech. I should have said spoilers, but yes. So, when the Fallout TV show came out, a lot of people were really upset, particularly New Vegas fans, and then a lot of other people were mad at them. And the reason is the Fallout TV show does retcon a lot of aspects about the Fallout universe. It also just isn't that great. Like, here's the Q&A. But didn't you hate the TV show? Honestly, it was fine. Writing wasn't great, but the actors were. There were good bits, there were bad bits. 6 out of 10. So yeah, so here's what we decided to do. We have a supernatural entity that tries to basically explain away the retcons. Like we said, canon is a silly concept. We fundamentally reject the idea that any corporation can tell you what a piece of fiction do or don't count, just because they currently own the IP rights. Who decides canon? You do. The entire series, an arbitrary group of some games, each individual game, each copy of a game, your game. The one you modded, the one you didn't. That being said, a lot of people understandably have an investment in there being a consistency across the published Fallout titles. And so here is our evaluation of the inconsistencies of Bethesda's Fallout canon introduced by the TV show. Warning for spoilers. Kira says, the 4 incest jokes in the first episode was a low point. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And people were like, wait, what? Yes. Go back and watch it. They had 4 separate incest jokes in the first one. Like, I get it. They're in a vault and there's inbreeding. I get it. I could have stood 1, but 4 different times. Oh my goodness. So that's a writer's kink. You know, people talking about the feet in the frontier. Let's talk about the incest in the TV show. Actually, let's not. I should probably move on from the subject or YouTube might find me. All right. So, here's the issues we came across. And I'm just going to say ahead of time, download the mod and play it to see how we address these inconsistencies. We got so many hate comments being like, they aren't inconsistencies, they just changed things. And like, okay. Or they would pretend that they were always that way and they weren't. So here's the thing. Robert House, he's the big man House in charge of Vegas, most important character in Fallout. Robert House calculated the day the bombs would fall, +1, but the show reveals that he attended a meeting where Vault-Tec simply told him they were going to do it. Okay, then, that really, really undermines his entire character and his genius. Our explanation for this, again, you can talk to Canon to have her kind of like tell her with a supernatural perspective of all the timelines, the answers to some questions and inconsistencies. And the way we have her do it is basically, yeah, Robert House had secret intel that helped him get his calculation correct. He probably wasn't fully on board with them. Mothership Zeta suggests that the Zetas dropped the bombs. The show reveals it was most likely Vault-Tec. So, yeah, we have some contradictory information here. I guess the answer is just they both tried to. Vault-Tec beat them to it. Ghouls are confirmed to go feral, at least in some instances. There may be a relation to a new yellow drug that was introduced, possibly FEV. So this is really frustrating because originally the conflation of ghouls with feral ghouls was meant to be a metaphor for racism. In Fallout 3, this is made explicitly clear. You're not supposed to confirm a non-feral with a feral. They don't even know what makes people into ghouls or people into feral ghouls. They just know it has something to do with radiation. So the fact that they just go, oh no, yeah, ghouls can become feral, and they finally show it on TV is just like, okay, well that was finally the last wrench in that. There were already a bunch of inconsistent dialogue lines or notes implying this would happen. And I had just figured, because they had already established that's not how things work, that any information to the contrary there was just people being bigoted. Because, again, like in Tenpenny Tower, they can't tell the difference between a feral and non-feral. So this was just people being wrong, characters lying or propagandizing or just simply being ignorant. But now it's happened on screen, so apparently they do. And the weirdest thing is they do, but there's this weird other thing introduced. So they do **. Whatever. It was a dumb addition, honestly. This is why the ghoul metaphor for racism is particularly dumb, and they've only made it worse. In Fallout 4, roughly half the endings involve the sole survivor destroying the Prydwen. The show decides the Prydwen survives the events of the Commonwealth. So people talk about how, like, it overwrote the ending of New Vegas, and I understand that, we'll get to that. But it also like, overwrote the ending to Fallout 4. But no one cares, because Fallout 4 is not a good game. Similarly, regardless of what the Courier does during the events of the Mojave, New Vegas is ravaged by a war involving the NCR. Now, I should explain, to some extent, this was inevitable. Mortal Kombat, for example. Mortal Kombat often has a whole slew of endings for every character you can get in every game, and the developers just pick one, and they're like, yeah, that's the canon one. We're going to move on from that one. And so it can be kind of fun to kind of see, oh, which one's going to become the canon one? That is until they kind of ruined it and reset everything anyway, and nothing mattered. Aren't retcons great? Anyway, so yeah, I don't blame them for just having to, like, figure out what to do with Vegas moving forward in the story. The problem is their solution was just to basically nuke it. Just get rid of the responsibility or the need for good story writing. Just wipe the slate clean every time. Have everything be a status quo. Never allow anything to evolve or change. Just keep doing the same wasteland forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, because war never changes. And the only interpretation of war never changes means that everyone has to die except the Brotherhood, because there are little Bram boys. I should have used the grumpy one for that. So, there's an infamous vault chalkboard with a post-war timeline that depicts the fall of Shady Sands in 2277, followed by a mushroom cloud. Whether the fall refers to the nuke or a more gradual economic decline, there is no such fall depicted during the events of Fallout New Vegas. To the contrary, the multiple characters that are from Shady Sands, or speak of it, imply that the capital of the NCR is in fact an economic powerhouse, even if it won't last. Personally, we believe this was a production error, and that the chalkboard was supposed to say 2281 or 2282, but we can't prove that. Yeah, I really think not enough people just understand that oftentimes developers don't even know their own lore, because they're just pumping out video games and media and content as fast as they can. The guy that created this game was a fan of... the director of the Fallout TV show is a self-admitted ultra Fallout 3 fan. Interesting that he was picked to run the show, but in Fallout 3, the big date is 2277. If you don't know that New Vegas even happens in 2281, I can see why someone would just make this production error. The show also retcons that Shady Sands was only the first capital of the new California Republic, and at some point prior to the nuke, the capital was changed to be in the ruins of Los Angeles, aka the Boneyard. Alright then. The show reveals that Shady Sands was nuked by Vault-Tec, and referencing the chalkboard and Maximus's backstory, it must have happened sometime between 2277 and 2286. If it happens before 2281, it would be a significant retcon of the major faction of Fallout New Vegas. But Todd Howard clarified in an interview after the show came out that it happened after 2281, if you want to take his word for it. So that's me giving them some amount of credit. It doesn't literally mean that like New Vegas is just simply non-canon. That's not what they're going with. There were just implications to that regard, and so much so that he felt he had to clarify it. I don't take any director's word as gospel, but I do think a synthesis of the information presented in the Fallout games would have to have you believe it's before 2281. Otherwise, nothing makes sense. So, yep, that's this mod. We also have a really cool thing where the consultations. We had a bunch of scripts for other mods you might play, and so Canon will also talk about those other mods you have installed. So yeah, that's our last mod. It didn't get as much love as other games, because mostly people just wanted to argue in the comments, because people are fun like that. But that's our mods. So, I think it's about time we get to Minecraft. Thank you guys for listening to this bit. I'm gonna take a little break, and then we will be off. Okay, yep, just a small break. Nothing serious. Let me call my favorite person in the world. You know her. Say hi.
Hi.
Hello, Kira? You there?
Hi.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot. I still have you muted because of D&D.
Yeah, you have to unmute me when we're not in the same room, sweetie.
Yes, I know. Yeah, I'm here.
I love this Homestuck track. Anyway, I'm turning
Which
it off.
one is it?
I honestly... it's Alternia, I think. Yeah, Alternia.
Oh, yes. That's a good one.
K squared, right? Yeah, not the stream test.
Mm-hmm.
Time to go gamer mode.
Yes.
But specifically gay with a Y. Mer mode.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget to open it up for me.
I will when I get a chance.
Okay.
We did spend a little bit of time after stream last time fixing the lava trap.
Mm-hmm.
Kira also spent a long amount of time trying to address the flickering issue, and we think we got it this time. But if you don't mind, Kira, I don't want to talk about that until we're sure. We can save that as a conversation for later in the stream.
Okay.
I don't want to go through our theories again just to be
I'm
proven wrong
still
immediately.
that's fine. I'm just gonna say I'm still super salty about it.
That's fine. This is just going to be the ultimate test.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me get rid of all the stuff I have. Oh, what was that? Saw a weird flicker. Oh, my stomach's empty. I'm dying. I have carrots. I'll be good. All right. Let me put some of this junk away because I have so much junk.
Open the game.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I forgot immediately.
You really did forget immediately because I reminded you.
But games. It's game time.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So much stuff. Ended up not using a lot of it. Oh, wait. Oh, these chests are full. We really... What?
I will go ahead and make you a crate.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Alright, let me reorganize this a little bit.
Yay, I'm in.
Welcome.
Okay. Do you have wood?
What type of wood?
Any wood.
Why?
For crates?
Well, I have, like, evil wood, but that's too valuable to waste on crates.
Well, there's Tenebra wood. Is that okay?
No, that's the evil wood.
Oh, I thought you meant the Darklands. Oh.
They're both evil woods.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I will try to find other wood. I heard you taking out a sword as I left.
I'm just managing inventory.
Yeah. What?
I press 0 and I get a weird button. I don't know what that is. I guess you'll have to show me later.
Okay.
Anyway, so here's our setup. Here's what we came up with, all right? So let me go outside. We ended up having to make it double wide because the frog girls would just literally jump over it. Oh, crap, she still jumped over it.
Oh no.
Okay, but she failed the second time. Okay. So they can still jump over it, but they're not guaranteed to. That's progress at least.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah. So it's double layered, filled with lava at the bottom. And we ended up having to make 4 different receivers. And the issue was that they just can't be touching for some reason. Not really sure why. And none of the lines can be touching either. So this is the setup we had to have. Oh, there we go. Sweetie?
Yeah. What?
The flickering is back.
What?
Yep.
Check your setting.
I mean, I can. Where is the setting at?
Video options, video settings, quality.
MIP map levels maximum.
Oh, turn those off.
So you forgot to do it?
No, I did. I don't know why they turned back on. They were off last time I checked.
If you say so. I'm now stuck here waiting for it to load.
I'm sorry. I'll talk to you while you wait for it to load.
All right. Well,
I
you.
made some I
Oh,
made some gold crates.
Krista says don't die. Dying is bad for your health. Honestly, I don't know. Dying is good in moderation. I'm kidding. No, no. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. I'm just no. Don't die.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want to die. We've died enough already.
So this is Kira's theory on what the issue was. Something about Windows 11 or modern NVIDIA graphics cards doesn't seem to like the map levels in Minecraft. We're not really sure why. It doesn't happen on her Windows 10 computer.
Hmm.
But yeah, so we'll see if it's right. Am I gonna have to restart or will this auto fix it?
It should auto fix it. You shouldn't have to restart or really do
Okay.
anything else.
It did. The screen went black for a moment, but hopefully that doesn't keep happening.
Okay.
Oh no, it went
fixed
black
it?
again. It went black again.
Oh no.
Sweetie.
Check is VSync on?
It is on. Yes.
Try setting the maximum FPS manually.
All right, I'll set it for like a really high number, 90. Oh,
That should at least fix the black flickers, the
yes, but I'm
screen
worried I'm
black.
going to have screen tearing now, though. Isn't that what VSync is supposed to fix, is screen tearing?
Yes, but do you know what hertz your monitor is at?
No idea.
Well, if you set the FPS to the same hertz that your monitor is at, then you shouldn't have any screen tearing
All
anyway.
right. Well, I'll keep an eye open for it. We'll see if it happens again. But let's
Yes.
put the lava trap back on. There you go. Beautiful. See, redstone's not too much of a pain. It's just tedious.
Mm-hmm.
If we really wanted to be clever, we could actually dig out underneath the lava and put hoppers there to collect all of the body parts of the frog girls for later.
I'm pretty sure the lava would still burn stuff before you got a chance.
I think there's enough of a delay that it would still work.
Maybe, yeah. The hoppers are supposed to be instant.
Yes. Maybe it wouldn't get everything, but it would still get some things.
I'm so sad. I have nothing.
I'm sorry, sweetie. You'll have to rebuild.
Do you have copper or iron?
I have one piece of copper and one piece of iron.
Great. Okay. Well, I want to bring our crates over there. So
Wait.
can you give me an axe? Do you have an axe I can have?
Oh no, is it doing it again?
Look around.
I think it's doing it again.
The flickering or the black screen thing?
The flickering. Yep, it's doing it. It's definitely doing it.
Are you kidding me?
Mipmat levels are set to 3. Should they be off entirely?
Oh, yes, they need to be off entirely. Why did you say it to 3?
I clicked on it and then everything locked up.
Oh, yes, no. They need to be off entirely.
Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry. I should have told you that.
Well, it's just every time I click on it, I have to wait 10 minutes.
Yeah. I'm going to make a sleeping bag because I need to be able to sleep.
Yep.
But
And you said today you're going to work on filling out the house a bit more, making some walls and designating some rooms, yes?
yes.
Okay. That's a big thing I want because right now it's just kind of a cave.
Yes. I know.
And I am going to start building an underground area.
Yes.
What do you want the underground area? Because this is where like the workshop is going to be, and this is important to me.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want it to be made out of? What do you want to line the walls?
Um, I mean, since it's really important to you, I think you should pick. But if you let me pick, then
Sweetie,
I'm going.
just tell me what you want, because I know whatever I pick, you'll yell at me for it.
I think it should be some type of stone. Or terracotta.
All right, sleep time.
Yeah.
Krista says, I blame NVIDIA for this. Honestly, yeah. Out of all of the options, like, Minecraft is evil, but, like, Mojang predates Minecraft, or Microsoft.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
and Windows 11 is garbage, but I expect it to function better than this, I guess. Maybe that's on me. NVIDIA seems
Yeah.
like the weak link here.
Yeah. Nvidia seems to be what's causing it.
Let me just make sure we're good. It is at off now. Okay, so hopefully it remains functioning.
Yes, it should work fine now.
Okay. A Russian person, can't read the name, sorry, says, hello guys, you're the best. Thank you for being yourselves. Aw, that's very nice. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
If you'd like to tell me how to pronounce your name, I can try to pronounce it correctly, but you'd have to use, like, Latin phonetic letters. What's the Russian letter called? Acrylic, if I'm getting that correctly?
All right.
I don't support the Russian war against Ukraine, but that's obviously not Russia's people's fault. For the same reason that don't blame every America for Trump, please. Thank you. Alex would be fine. All right. Well, thank you, Alex.
It's I think it's Cyrillic.
Cyrillic. Okay.
I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah.
Yeah, acrylic is paint.
Yeah.
Okay. So I need to figure out what I'm going to line these floors with. I'm going to need a pickaxe and a shovel, or yeah, a shovel. Crap, I need a shovel. But we don't have any type of material to make stuff with, do we?
We should probably get some iron. I can share with you the point where the iron place is.
Sure. I'll take the crafting table with me. Did you ever make a chest?
Yes, I will bring them over in a sec.
Oh, okay. I'll wait for you to bring the chest over then.
But there you go.
Oh, hello.
Where do you want me to put the storage?
I mean, that's you. You're the one who's organizing this place. I just gotta figure out how I'm gonna make a downstairs area. You're free to rework these stairs to be more like gradual or whatever. Oh,
there.
Yes, I can finally remove some of the stuff from my inventory. Alright, I'm gonna just throw everything in there and take out what I need after. Oh, did you want my backpack, sweetie? I was barely using it anyway.
Yes, gimme.
Alright, is there stuff in there? I forget. Wait, where'd it go? Wait, what? I threw it out. Where'd it go?
Are you sure you threw it?
Sweetie, I just grabbed it and threw it. It's gone. I have footage. I have proof. It's gone.
Oh, no.
That's a dumb bug. I probably should have put in my normal inventory first and then throw it.
Yeah.
If you want to cheat one in because of that, that's fine.
Which backpack is it?
The normal white one you gave me.
Okay.
Alex says, we'll begin a new series of Fallout New Vegas story anytime soon. Well, we still have the Cinematic Fallout series going. It recently had the Dead Money arc. We did Dead Money. We do have some more episodes canned, but while I've been doing the Homestuck stuff as well as the streaming Minecraft stuff, Cinematic Fallout has been on pause, on a hiatus. We're hoping to get some things in order in our real life and eventually get back to producing Cinematic Fallout before too long. It's just a lot of things are up in the air at the moment. But our plan is we have all of the footage for the in-between Dead Money and Honest Hearts, and then we'll be going into Honest Hearts. And Krista says finally the hoarding stage begins. With all the inventory. I need these sticks. What else do I need? You know, a
They-
bucket. You never know when you might need a bucket.
When you find a cute animal.
Yes, exactly. All right, I don't think I need anything else. All
All
right,
right, I'm gonna take the tenebra wood and start laying out the walls.
but I need to know where the iron is.
Oh, I shared it. It's in chat.
Oh, okay. Iron. All right. I don't like teleporting like this because it's kind of cheating, but for the sake of amicability, I suppose I'll do it. You just have a giant hole?
Yeah.
I forgot to bring... It's a chameleon. Fine, chameleon. I forgot to bring a crafting table, so I guess I'll make one real quick. I didn't want the cup. I just wanted the one piece. Well, I've got a lot of wood now.
Nice.
Oh, that might be a faster way to get to the iron than going in the straight hole you left behind.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Holy moly. Alex says, did I get it correctly? You've already got full footage of cinematic story Fallout New Vegas. Need to just cut it? So we have, was it 350 episodes currently released. After that, we have like less than 10 probably episodes that are either fully finished and not released, or are in the process of being edited. And then we have plans to pick up with Honest Hearts. Why wasn't that working? Hey, sweetie, I'm having a problem switching my weapons. It's not working for some reason.
What isn't working about it?
It doesn't do it when I press the button.
Well, try scrolling instead of pressing the button.
No, in my second hand.
Oh.
What's
Just
that
go to
called?
your options controls.
I'm there. What's it called?
It's called
Swap item and hams. F.
Yes.
Okay, but
yes.
something else uses F.
Will
What
show
is that?
conflicts.
Change caster focus? Whatever. I don't care about that. All right.
Yep. So just fix that and you should be good.
I don't know why that happened unless there was a certain magic user on my computer.
I was on your computer, if you remember, because I was fixing your issue that I'm very salty about.
Well, maybe it worked. We'll see. Alex says, thanks for explaining. Yeah, no problem. I'm glad. I know our Fallout series doesn't get a ton of views, but I really love it. In my opinion, it's like the masterpiece of Fallout New Vegas. Look, again, I am biased. I acknowledge that, but I think it's the best Fallout playthrough out there. I think roleplay playthroughs that are done in a serious manner can be really fun and engaging because it means someone's engaging with literally all of the story. But I also think that with all of the mods we have, we basically have the best possible version of Fallout New Vegas that you can get. Sweetie, I went to the iron place and all I found was copper.
What do you mean? Go down. You should see iron.
There's a iron deposit below the copper deposit?
Yes, I believe so. Because I'm certain that iron's down there.
Okay. I just didn't want to go into the scary hole.
It's in the hole, unfortunately.
Well, crap. Ah! What is that?
Everything okay?
Monsters.
Oh.
I killed...
What's that?
Oh, did you hear it? Oh, no,
No, I got the achievement.
Okay, because it was very loud.
Uh-huh.
Definitely agreed. Aw, thank you, Alex. Ah! Run, 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 run! Not worth it! No, no, no! I hate you! I hate you! I hate you! Why? Why do you do this to me? Why do you do this to me?
What are you fighting? Oh no.
It was a tiny, fast-running skeleton.
Oh.
I hate the skeletons! I hate the skeletons! Oh, it's nighttime.
You should be near a bed, right?
No, sweetie, I'm not.
Did you not have a spawn point set on a single bed anywhere?
I am in a random forest. I don't know where I am.
Oh no. Teleport to me.
Alex says, pity that it's a manually built version. It would be great to have a plug and play. Honestly, I would have loved to do that. I would have loved to just somehow like package up our install of Fallout New Vegas and just like distribute it. But obviously for legal reasons, I'm not able to do that. So the best we were able to get was to have a guide. Nighttime came suddenly, yeah. Crystal says, I said dying was bad for your health. Well, you know what? Sometimes you have to live a little. Or not. Oh no.
What?
Wait, oh, that wasn't my death point. Okay, that's... Well, at least I'm below most of the monsters.
Sleep?
Hold on, I gotta redo my inventory. One moment.
Oh.
Dumb, fast-running skeleton. Who even does monsters like that?
Mechanism.
They're so hard to kill because they're so fast and they shoot you the whole time.
Yeah, mechanism adds the baby skeletons.
I gotta... Oh, I lost some of my torches. I gotta, what is it? I need to use my ranged weapon more. Even though it might kill me. Alright, sleeping now.
Okay.
Wait, no, monsters nearby, no! How about now? Nope. Okay. There we go.
Alright.
Colin Blazer says, use that one iron for a shield? Yeah, I guess making shield would be good. Okay, how do you make a shield? Let me see. Oh, we have the cheat thing on. How do I turn that off? There we go.
Control click.
Okay. Let's see. Shield. Ah! Goblin snuck up on me while I was shield crafting. That's against the rules of combat.
Oh my god. You should have taken some scrolls of magic missile. We have like 5 of them.
Okay.
By the way, I laid out the house and I think I did a great job.
Oh, great job, sweetie. All right. Okay. We need wood and I have wood. Okay. 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 This is going to be viable. All right. Let me just put down this crafting table. And I need wood. Let's, oak wood. I think I need 2. Shield. All right. Now, I do want to have my torches out, but I'll have to, like, juggle between the two. Alex says, which genre of games do you guys prefer? That's a hard question. Genres are kind of fuzzy with video games.
RPGs mostly.
I do think RPGs tend to be the way to go. My axe broke. That's not good.
Oh no.
Yeah, I guess I just don't really kind of look for genre explicitly based off of genre. Sorry, I don't look for games based on genre. Like, there are some real crap RPGs out there. Oh no, what was that? You put the shield in the offhand. Yes, yes, yes. I love the little steam effects from the water here. That's so cool. That's what it is. Haha, I got you. Crap, why am I dying? I don't understand why I was dying. What was hurting me there?
There's a flame spewer in the lava that was hitting you without you noticing.
No. I was facing that. I knew that, but as I had the shield up and I was trying to like counter, I was trying to fire back or something. I would just still get hurt anyway from like behind or whatever.
Oh. Huh.
Oh, some of my stuff burned.
Oh no.
Only some of it though. I was just near the lava when I died. I am going without shoes now.
Oh no.
Oh no, my awesome sword burned.
Oh, your ender sword?
Yep. That stinks. That really stinks. Again, I still don't understand why I was taking damage there, but whatever. I'll have to make a new sword. That squid was using magic spells. It's AoE. Really? Okay, so it was just magic. Bullcrap. Okay, it was just bullcrap then. Wow.
It was, sweetie, it's like a fireball. It was a fireball.
Okay, but it just didn't seem to make sense to me, because like I was like trying to use the shield for the fire effects, and then was still just getting hurt omnipresently.
It's because it was AoE. I'm sorry. That does suck.
Okay, I got him.
I'm looking through the doors to see what kind of door would look nice inside.
I see the iron deposit now.
You see it?
Yeah, I was a bit distracted dying, but now I see it.
Okay, that's great. I'm glad.
Let's hope I can get up to it. Do I still have my sticks? I do? Okay. I could rebuild from here if I can just get some iron.
Yeah.
Oh, there is a problem, though.
What?
I don't have any way to cook the iron.
You don't have... You can... Do you have cobblestone?
Yes.
Okay, well, just make a furnace.
But what, I don't have any coal.
You can use wood.
Whoa, you can use wood? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. Everything's coming together. We're back in town, boys. I don't know lingo. It's fine.
I love you, but you are a dork.
As if you aren't.
Oh, shut up.
Alright, I don't think I need the shield in my hand anymore. Alright, let's put that there. At least for now. Let's...
I'm trying to decide what kind of door I want to do.
Chaos ore. Okay, can't mind that. I think you should do a different type of door than the ones we use for the exteriors.
Yeah.
Kira's knowledge of survival are fantastic. Aw. You hear that, sweetie?
Aw, thank you. I do have a lot of Minecraft knowledge. I played a lot of modded Minecraft before.
Yeah, she actually only taught me how to play like maybe 2 years ago, and it has to be modded. I cannot play vanilla Minecraft. Vanilla Minecraft is just inane to me.
I had to play some vanilla 1.12.2 for testing purposes, and it was torture.
Yeah, she was acting like I was actively torturing her. She's like, you did this to me, you owe me. It's like, sweet, you're just playing vanilla Minecraft. I know.
Yeah.
I do really like the mod that makes these big deposits, so you have to like kind of go find them. And so like
I really like making mining work that way, you know? It just makes it so cool.
yeah, it makes it feel like you have to like search for the big payouts.
Yeah.
And you know, theoretically, we could burn this deposit dry, and it's like, oh no, we gotta find another one.
Yeah.
So what is this? Sapphire ore? I can't mine that. Alright, that's all I got. Time to make an oven, except I only have 3 cobblestone. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's bad.
Alright, time to make a wooden pickaxe. Oh wait, that's not... Why did I... Oh crap. Okay. Okay. Pickaxe, because I don't know any of the recipes. Oh, I need more wood. Okay, don't worry. I got it. I got it. Wood problem solved. I am a genius. I am a master. I am a master of video gaming.
Sure you are, sweetie.
Alright, and now I just need some regular cobblestone.
Ooh, I found a dungeon. I have a copper axe and I'm not afraid to use it.
Okay, chat, Colin is kind of trying to shame me here by saying I should have made a stone pickaxe. Like, why not just make a stone one? And you know what? Sometimes, Colin, sometimes you have to... Sometimes you just have to... Sometimes... Yes, where's the ban button? Hold on. I'm kidding.
Guys, we have Macaw's doors. Should I do a glass door for the interior?
That could be fun. Alright, so now I can make... What is it, like this? Yes, furnace. Awesome. Alright, and I'll put it right there. And then I gotta cook some wood. Or no, I gotta cook the iron. No, that's copper. Iron with the wood. It's working. Yes. Alright, I won't have to, like, cheat or teleport or anything. I know I do the cheating, I just don't like it. It just saves time from having to run back.
Mm-hmm.
Alex says, don't know how exactly to say in English, but modding, masterpiece of games. Without them, we died from boring vanilla stuff. I mean, I tend to agree. Oh. Hold on. I have a villain here attacking me.
Oh no.
Don't worry, I got him. There's no meat? Oh, that's lame.
You defeated the scoundrel.
Yes. Yeah, there are some people that don't like mods. So, like, I want to have, like, a one-to-one experience with what the devs intended. And I'm just like, okay, maybe the first playthrough? But there's more to it than that, you know? Oh, I need
Yeah, I feel like it's understandable if you're like never play the first playthrough with mods. You're like, you have to at least try the vanilla experience before you start messing with it. But anything beyond that, like, oh, you're ruining your experience with all these mods. Oh, mods are just sex mods. You're degenerate and stuff like that. It's just bleh.
Yeah, there's so much cool stuff. That's part of why I say Fallout New Vegas is one of the best games ever made, probably the best game. And
yeah.
The reason I say that is because the game's foundation is already really good. I wouldn't call New Vegas boring. I think it's a really good game.
Oh, you fucking bitch.
What? I'm sorry I offended you.
Frog girl. Frog Girl.
Oh, but Lava Trap, right?
No, it wasn't at home. I was exploring and a random
Oh.
frog girl
Okay.
attacked me. I survived.
Okay.
Sleepy time.
Oh, sure. So yeah, I think Fallout New Vegas is already really good, but then you add on top of that all of the amazing things that have been created over the years, and it's amazing. It's genuinely profound. Like, remember when we played Autumn Leaves? We did a review for that one, and like Autumn Leaves is so cool. It's
Yeah, yeah, honestly, yes, it really is. I just am like, I agree that Fallout New Vegas is like that, but honestly, I will say that the Elder Scrolls games can be unplayable without mods, especially the older ones.
Yes, and I think that's a Bethesda problem. They literally get away with making bad games just because they know that people will fix the errors in it.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't know. I think Starfield's more polished than the other games, but it's still just, like, bad from a design perspective, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I never got to Chris's thing. Vanilla, the food, gets too much hate for being associated with being basic and bland. It's basic, but actually quite good. That's a really good way to put it. The vanilla content of Fallout New Vegas is the vanilla stuff, but that doesn't make it bad. It's actually really amazing. There are some episodes we've played in our series where it's just like, okay, this is a vanilla episode, we're doing a vanilla quest. And sometimes it could be like, alright, I've seen this content before, but that doesn't mean it's not good.
Yeah.
Sorry, need to go. Thanks for spending some time on changing. Have a great day. Not really sure what you mean by spending time on changing, but thank you for hanging out. Colin Blazer says, have them show you how Silent Gear mod works. You can make great cheap tools like a hammer to mine 3x3. Don't we have a tool in this mod that lets you do 3x3?
We have several, sweetie, several.
Okay. Should I get one? Should I do that now?
For 3x3, yeah.
Okay. What's it called?
Hammer.
Why are they called crack hammers? I don't understand.
Not that one. The regular hammers.
Okay,
Not
what's a regular hammer though?
Anything that says hammer that doesn't say crack hammer.
Okay. Iron hammer?
Yeah, that's fine. Make sure it's not from Spartan Weaponry.
So am I looking for the one for Silent Gear?
Yes.
They also have a thermal foundation one.
That's fine as well. Just make sure it's not from Spartan Weaponry.
Why? Oh, because that's a weapon.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, this looks complicated. Okay, I have to make a hammer head. Oh, the blue... Okay, that looks... Oh, forget that. Thermal foundation, let's go.
Okay, sweetie.
Actually, I should probably...
I am going to die.
Finally, hammer time. Yes.
I need food.
Have you thought about not dying?
Yes.
Ooh, nice, nice, nice.
Not
the dying thing, the hammer, yes.
No, I get ya. Hammers are nice.
Alright. And this is more efficient, especially in this situation.
I found Darklands, and I am determined to finish the freaking, the doorways you made, and actually have it be, the sparkle bits on the doorway.
Just don't deforest the one where we live, please.
I'm not. I found a new one.
Yes! That's the sound of victory. I'm getting a lot of soapstone while I'm at it, but who cares? We're gonna be loaded with hammers, sweetie.
Nice. Do you mean iron? Both?
I guess I could spend all of it on hammers, but that probably wouldn't be a great idea.
Yep. I'm running. I'm running. I'm running. Parasites. Ah!
Uh-oh. Be careful, sweetie.
I don't have any armor. Mushroom girl, leave me alone. Please leave me alone.
Oh, I'm out of wood. Oh, crap. I'm out of wood. Well, I guess we're gonna have to cook the rest of this up somewhere else.
Just so you know, I haven't found a single chicken or cow.
I know you're salty about that, sweetie, but there's plenty of other animals.
No, you don't understand.
There's plenty of other animals. I found a chameleon.
I want chickens.
I know, sweetie.
I want chickens.
Just smelt the crafting table. I think it'll just burn, won't it? I guess it could
No,
work.
you can. Yeah, you can use as full fuel. If you hover over it and it says fuel details, that means you can burn it.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
Hear a creature somewhere. This is so productive. I never did figure out, though, what... Oh, am I in a room? What? No, pick it up. Pick it up! That was weird. Why? I think these ones are just glitched. Okay, let me pick them up now. Okay. My hammer broke, but we're still doing okay. In fact, I think I maybe have enough iron it can come back.
Okay.
Oh, I heard that. I heard that.
Oh, I
What?
died.
You! There you are! Oh! It's a spider girl! Well, I have a
Oh,
ranged
no.
weapon. If I can just swap it. There we go. Okay. Ah! Fine, joke's on you. Oh! Why is this hurt? Why is this hurt? Eh. Okay. So she shoots like spider web balls. Interesting. But I killed her.
Nice.
I'm only dying a little bit. It's fine.
Only a little bit.
I don't know if she dropped anything. Probably not. Alright. I'm going to have to teleport home because I don't know how I'm getting out of here. Home. Ah, come on. Seems like it's coming along. Oh, you know these little redstone things in the corner here? I just threw here because I didn't have any room. They don't need to be here.
Okay.
We didn't have any chest space, so...
Do you like the layout I made?
I mean, okay, let me see. I'm a bit worried about this room here. I mean, you're not here, so I can't show you.
I'll be home in a sec.
Okay, so I have another furnace. Might as well throw it over here. Another crafting table. I guess I'll just hold on to that.
I was scared.
What?
I was
Oh.
scared, so I just teleported home real quick.
Make a warp stone to teleport home easier. It connects to the waystone near you.
Oh yes, that is a good idea.
I mean, you can figure out how that works if you'd like. I just want to build.
Anyway, so what were you worried about?
I'm a bit worried about this one because it just feels like extra doors. You go through this tiny door, and then you have 2 tiny doors.
Because this is gonna be, I'm gonna make this into like a kitchen or a dining room, something nice like that.
So what are these 2 back rooms for then?
This is gonna be a small bedroom, and this is gonna be kind of like a mud room or a closet thing, because it goes out here.
Okay. I would say then make the door to the kitchen double wide.
Okay. Sure. I mean, I could make it more open and not have a wall there, but I thought you...
That would make sense for a kitchen, to be honest.
Okay, fine.
However, you seem to have forgotten something. Where is my
What?
stairway down to the workshop going to be?
Oh, that can be... Huh.
Yeah, see?
Honestly, there...
Maybe right here, actually?
Oh, yes, that's perfect.
Okay.
If you're okay with that.
Yeah, it might have to, like, bend around or something, but I think it can work.
You
Either
could
that, or
you
we
could
could...
do a ladder.
If you have the wall here, we could, like, could have it descending down right here.
Oh. Do you want to do it that way instead?
We could also have it descend right here, and you move this entrance to somewhere else.
Okay. Yeah, I could do that. How about this opens up from the side here?
So you have to go through the kitchen to go to the side and upstairs area?
Yeah, it's fine. It's gonna be double wide, so it won't be too difficult.
What's this area over here going to be?
Storage.
But you know eventually we're going to have electronic storage, so that'll be in the workshop, yes?
Well, yes, but until then, we can just have this as storage, and I'll repurpose it after we have that set up.
But what's it going to be after that, then?
After that, I might just decorate it into, like, a display room, or maybe just...
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
Put some magic in here.
Okay, so are you fine with the stairway to the workshop being right here?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I think that's good because it's right next to the front door. We'll probably be going to the workshop a lot. All right, can you
Yes.
place a piece of wood here then?
Yes.
To represent that that's not going to be an entrance anymore?
Yes.
There we go. And we still have this upstairs area, and sweetie, there's no door here, so things can just come in.
I'm going to put a door here.
Okay, appreciate it.
Honestly, I was thinking about making a second floor, but I don't know.
That seems excessive. I definitely think we should use the roof for something. Maybe we could use this for Abyssalcraft rituals, but
it's big enough that we could use it for rituals, but also could it maybe be with my magic stuff up here?
Sure,
Like,
just try
I
to...
could have a magic area back here and like to the side here, and you can use the main part for rituals.
Well, I think this should be the main part that I use for rituals over here.
Okay, well then I will get this part over here.
Okay, yeah, just try to be compact. Don't be wasteful of space. I have to read more of the Necronomicon to figure out how I'm supposed to do the rituals, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's a bit complicated.
Yeah, that's fine, sweetie.
Yeah, I really need to, like, study this off stream. I cannot perform while reading that.
Yeah.
A glass dome for Botania flowers on the roof, someone suggests, Colin.
Oh, that's a great idea. I like that.
Why a glass dome, though?
Because the Botania flowers need sunlight. But it's coated so that glass counts.
Sure, but you don't even need the glass dome. They're on the roof.
Sure, but it would look nice.
I just might want to save the glass or a glass dome for an underwater situation.
Fair enough. Alright, sleep?
Yep. I like that we're, like, safe enough now to where we can hang out at night.
Yep.
We don't have to worry about the frog girl attacks anymore.
Did you get some iron?
I did.
Can I start processing it?
Well, you mean, like, smelting it, right?
Well, yes, but also I was gonna make a crack hammer and start doubling it.
Oh, okay. Here, I'll just throw it at you then.
Thank you. Oh wow, that is a lot. Wow. Wow. That's a lot, sweetie.
Thank you. Okay. I do have some iron that's already been processed, and I'm just gonna hold on to that unless you need it for some reason.
I have enough iron from killing zombies right now, but thank you. But yeah.
Krista says, why are all the frogs after you? It's not frogs, it's frog girls, okay? They ribbon and hop in my hop.
Oh my god. That was terrible, sweetie.
But you get it because they're, like, cute. Yeah, I went over here to see if one would spawn, but they don't seem to be here right now.
I had one spawn on me.
We have a few creepers nearby. I'll go take care of them.
Probably a good idea before they blow up.
Whoa!
Oh no!
Okay, it's fine. Oh crap, they did mess up the redstone a little bit. I thought griefing was turned off.
Did you turn it off?
No, I thought you did that.
I can't do that. You have to do it.
Okay, how do I do that?
/ game rule, mob griefing off.
Oh, wow, that worked. Okay.
Don't sound so surprised. I know what I'm doing.
It's just
sometimes.
When we get blood moons, we're gonna get a bunch of creepers. I don't want them destroying our house.
Yeah.
Where's the redstone at? There we go. Oh wait, I need dirt. Can you give me a bunch of dirt? I have to fill the hole that just exploded.
There's several stacks of dirt in storage, but sure, where are you?
I was hoping you could find it for me.
Yes, there you go, sweetie. This is just like at home when you can't find something and I have to get it for you.
Okay, my controls are also messed up. I can't throw things normally. That's weird.
Oh, just change your control for
Did you change my controls without telling me?
A little bit, but I don't remember exactly what I did because I was playing vanilla or something like that.
I don't know what it's called. You changed it.
Drop item.
Okay.
Is it okay if we have shoji doors, like paper doors?
I don't. Oh, like Japanese style.
Yes.
I'd have to see what they look like.
Oh, okay. Well, can I cheat them in so you can see what they look like before I make them?
If you want to go ahead and make that call, that's fine, sweetie.
Okay.
Finding objects is utmost in difficulty. I understand. Yes, yeah.
Especially with our storage a complete mess like it is now.
Well, even just in real life. Like, look, I'll just say it's not so bad. Okay, here, I'll say this. My strategy for dealing with that is by trying not to have things in the first place. The less things you have, the less you have to worry about it. Now you're like, well, Kyle, are you some type of, like, minimalist? Like some poor person? Like some, like, poor guy you see in anime a lot? And the answer is no. I have a bunch of stuff, but I try not to get more of it.
Yeah.
Part of this is also just living digitally online on the computer a lot.
Yes.
Such a minimalism W. No, I hate minimalism, okay? I'm just poor. Honestly, I feel like half the reason like a bunch of like boomers and stuff try to like get their houses, a big incentive I think to owning a house is just so that you have a place to put a bunch of stuff. Like that's it, I think. It's also why I think having a yard is often pretty wasteful.
I personally, I just I can't decide often whether to use a physical notebook or just type in a document because like I like both.
I don't see any frog girls at the moment, but I do see a weird zombie and a mushroom girl. The mushroom girl is chilling in the river. She is now spinning in the river. Good for her. I don't know how some can consider 200 square feet to be cramped. Well, 2,000. Okay, that makes a bit more sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some people think 200. This closet is very spacious.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't make me sound bad, because I'm visualizing 200 square feet, and it sounds like a closet to me. All right. I think it's about time I figure out what material we're gonna be making the basement out of. I should have thought about this before this moment.
Yes, you should have.
Do I still have my boat? I think I put the boat in a chest, and the chest has been moved, so I don't know where the boat is.
It should be somewhere in storage.
There it is.
Just to confirm, you're letting me choose which doors to use, right?
I am trusting you to not make a bad decision.
Okay. That's different.
Okay. Ooh, we could lean really into like the Darklands thing and get some like dark stone to make it out of, but that would be a bit creepy. But I don't know, it could be cool.
Nah.
All right, do we
that.
want some colored terracotta or something?
Terracotta's fine. Also, concrete's fine.
I don't know how to make
or any
concrete.
kind of colored stone. Concrete is just gravel and sand.
Oh, but sand's hard to get.
Not if we had a sand chicken.
Okay. What about... I was going to say sandstone, but sandstone... That's far away. We could do ice?
No.
Alright. I'm thinking the best thing I can do is level a building.
Okay. Sure.
What?
That's weird, but sure.
Alright, see? Because look, here's our yellow house we made. There's a walrus. Alright. So I could make it out of whatever this is. White concrete. White concrete wouldn't be bad. A little sterile. We have this, though. We have gray concrete. Honestly, I think that looks a bit better. Looks like a dungeon. If only we could put a few toys in it. What, did I say something?
Yeah.
You know, we gotta play D&D in our dungeon.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, could you imagine actually having like a sex dungeon and then inviting people over it, but you're just inviting them to play D&D?
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, I went over to this lady's house. She said I'm going to this lady's house. She said it's gonna be real fun. She's inviting me into her dungeon. She said she's a barbarian in the dungeon. It's so exciting. and then go there and they're just rolling dice.
We had a really fun session of D&D yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Okay. I'm going into a scary area, but you can feel free to talk about it. I'll ad-lib if you say something
Okay.
interesting.
Well, we finally left the dream world that we were in because the god of nightmares decided to fuck with us, and it was insane because it was all of our characters' worst nightmares come true. That was what we were stuck in.
Yeah, I had an evil god face them. They can't fight it because it's an evil god. And...
Don't you dare blame us.
oh, I will 100% blame you. Okay, any fellow DMs out there, you know my struggle? The struggle of you give your players a challenge that you clearly telegraph that they are not able to meet. You tell them in every possible way, you will die if you attempt this challenge. You tell them, don't do it. This thing is beyond you. It is literally of the beyond. You cannot handle it. It might as well be a tentacled Lovecraftian monster. And your players go, I fire my arrow at it. I fight it. Magic missile. Like, no offense, and like to some extent the players are just checking, but the end result was that nobody ran, and everyone just kind of stayed there and just got one by one picked off by the god. Are we sleeping?
Oh, yes.
And so I planned that anyone who was gotten by the god would then experience horrible nightmares until they could be saved. But because it was the entire party, like they literally all just stayed behind as he picked them off one by one. Oh, monsters nearby. That's lame.
My character's a warlock, and my character's worst nightmare was her patron forcing her to kill her boyfriend.
Well, it was a little bit beyond that, because I had asked them all what their characters' biggest fears were, like months ago, and I wrote it down. And so what it was is, I'm getting a bit of lag. Was being asked to do something by their patron that was wrong. So the first thing was, yes, killing your boyfriend. But that's when the patron's like, and then you'll help me take over the world and it will be all your fault. And everyone was like, oh!
Everyone was freaking out, like, wow.
Yeah, so what was supposed to be an escaping the dream session turned into half of a experience horrid nightmare session.
Yeah.
It seems a bit loud to me. I'm gonna turn the volume down. It's so loud in there. Let's go down to 35%. Let's turn hostile creatures down a bit. Just take everything here. Oh, I see that. Or I thought I did. Okay, I need to place torches to light this place up so that things don't keep spawning. I saw that! It spawned! There it is. Got it. Alright. I need to move the torch over so I can get it more easily. That's frustrating. I got all the spawners in here, didn't I? What? Okay, there's clearly more. Or not. I'll get to you. Give me a second. Now let's use this so I can put crap in here. Sweetie, you haven't talked in a while. Are you still there?
Yes, sorry, I'm doing stuff at the house. I'm trying to decide what the floors will be.
Well, we always make them out of what I'm doing, but we always do something different entirely. So, just whatever you want.
What are you doing?
I am getting gray concrete bricks.
Ah. That's kind of boring, no offense.
I wanted it to be like a sex dungeon.
What? Why?
I don't know. I thought it'd be funny.
Okay.
Let's go up.
I put pressure plates on all of our doors.
I got it. Whew. Enchantment table. This is probably good to have.
Yes.
Nice. Comedy above all other priorities.
Yes.
It's actually kind of strange how few adult mods there are for Minecraft. You might say that's not strange because like a bunch of kids play it, but like, I don't think that really matters that much.
Personally, I think it's just because Minecraft is a game held together by duct tape and prayers. So
Yeah, but that hasn't detracted from the number of mods. The question is why adult mods, right? And
yeah.
I think the reason is I think it's mostly a reticence to mod games that are advertised as for children. Because I'll tell you this, the same number of children play Minecraft as play Call of Duty. It's the same number. Right, at least approximately. You know, they are both very big mainstream games and kids play them. But Call of Duty...
sure Minecraft is more popular, but
oh,
yeah.
I'm taking the entire Call of Duty franchise.
Yeah, sure.
So what I think is the difference is that Call of Duty sold as a mature game, and Minecraft isn't. Minecraft is for all ages. So by giving it an adult mod, it's like you're taking that away from it. You're taking away the child friendliness to it, which is like, honestly, if you know how to mod, you probably know. Like, you're probably not a child. Don't get me wrong. Like, children know how to play mods, but usually not how to make them.
Yeah.
All right, I need to start getting a new hammer.
Are you still mining?
I am mining black concrete.
Oh, okay. You're using black concrete?
Sorry, gray concrete.
Oh, okay. I was are you gonna make the place at all colorful, or is it just gonna be a dingy gray workshop?
Look, you can design it over if you want, but this is the base material we're working with.
Okay.
I wanted a sort of like spooky emo aesthetic, okay?
All right. I'll be sure not to detract from that if I do mess with it.
Crap, I wanted to like what's that song?
What?
So what's that song everyone sings when they think of like emo songs? I forget.
In the end?
In the end, it didn't even matter.
I had to
fall to lose it all. And in the end, it didn't even matter. There are more lyrics to this song, but in the end, no one ever memorizes them.
Wow.
What?
I know them better than you.
Krista says Minecraft has more child-friendly mods with blood, gore, and violence. Yeah, see, there's this weird disconnect between violence and like puritanism.
Yeah.
I think the Nexus does a pretty good job of just like labeling content as adult content.
Yeah.
Why doesn't the Nexus have a good like Minecraft modding thing?
Because Curse Forge has a chokehold.
I guess that's true.
Mm-hmm. Alright. I've got a stack of iron cooking.
Nice.
How about blue floors? What would you think of that?
Like navy blue?
No, like a pale blue. Like periwinkle.
I think that would be very weird. Because people
Oh.
associate like a sky blue with the sky, so having it be the thing you walk on seems strange to me.
What about a white? An off-white?
I think that could work.
I think silver wood would look nice. Or maybe I should just do birch. Just a pale wood.
I think making the floor out of something other than wood would be good, considering all the walls are made out of wood.
Sure, but I could do like a pattern on birch wood. Like I can make it herringbone or like big planks or even like nailed planks. I could make it look a lot different because of chisel.
I mean, you can try. I still think wood would look weird.
Even silver wood?
I don't know what that looks like.
It looks different from normal wood planks.
Alright, I need to make another iron pickaxe. The hammer is nice, but sometimes I need to just cut one things up, you know?
Yeah.
It's sleepy time.
Oh, okay. What about acacia?
Wood?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what all the types of wood look like, sweetie.
Acacia is like orangish.
Orange is nice.
It would match the doors inside.
I don't know, sweetie. I'm just telling you I'm worried about wood. If you think it
Okay.
works, you can try it. See, I'm not going to flip out on your choices like you would if I did it.
Okay.
You even insulted my gray concrete one. See, I knew you wouldn't like whatever I picked.
I know gray concrete isn't a bad start. I just want to make it more colorful later. There's some white concrete bricks in the storage, just so you know.
Okay. Krista says hammers lose a lot more durability for each use, so the pickaxes last longer. That makes sense. So, the hammers are really a sort of, like, time saver type of thing. I'm not sure how much I need. I don't think I need to go beyond this level. But I'll finish this level. We should probably try to talk about something.
Oh, yes.
You want to talk about politics or a piece of media or... I don't know, that's kind of my main two modes, to be honest.
Sure. Yeah, we could. Oh my god, this fucking.
Sometimes throughout the week I've thought of something and then I forget about it and it frustrates me.
Yeah, I get that. It's frustrating because it feels like you should remember, right?
Yeah. That's why it's nice to have chatters, because they can help remind you of things to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Having something at the tip of the tongue is the worst feeling. Yep, yeah, I totally agree. We've been watching the anime Kaiji Ultimate Survivor lately. And it's a really good anime, but it has some shortcomings that are really frustrating.
Yeah.
Because there's just some times where it feels like it's really getting somewhere, it's making a cool point, and then shonen protagonist comes out. And I don't mean literally like the character shows up, I mean suddenly the character goes shonen mode, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It suffers from a lot of stuff that all anime kind of suffers from.
I wouldn't say all anime, but a lot does, yeah.
Yeah, a lot. Common anime stuff.
Yeah, it's an anime about a guy who co-signed a buddy who got into an immense amount of debt and ran off. And so he's stuck with the bill. It's millions of yen. He'll never pay it back in his life. And so basically the Yakuza find him and they go, look, you're either going to have to work a long time to pay us back with this insane interest rate, or there's a ship leaving. Get on the ship. There's going to be a gambling night there. You have one night to win back the money you owe us. And if you do, you can get off the ship. If you don't, the ship goes somewhere else. No one returns.
Yeah.
And it's like a hole they throw you in. You don't know exactly what's going to happen, but it's like...
Yeah, because they refuse to tell you anything other than that.
Yeah, but like it's clearly like they're taking you to be like a slave somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
They say, you know, they'll get what that you have left. They'll get their money back out of like working you to death, basically.
Uh-huh.
And it's so terrifying, and he has no other choice. He's not going to be able to survive, so he's like, my life's already gone anyway. I guess I'll do it. And it's so cool. Oh crap. Oh no. It's scary. Okay, front door, yes. This is not the front door. Okay, here's the front door. But it's so cool the way they do it, because the game is so deceptively simple, but everyone that's playing it, so they get on the ship and there's this big gambling event game, and everyone that's playing it has their lives on the line, so it's cutthroat. It's basically psychology of the way that people have to like one-up each other.
Mm-hmm.
They call the game limited rock, paper, scissors, where everyone is given 12 cards, and they can play rock, paper, scissors, but you can only use each hand a limited number of times as per the cards you have. So it becomes a game of like trying to outthink your opponent and knowing which cards have been played and which ones haven't yet. Like, you know, like in like poker, they say like and when you're doing gambling at casinos, they say don't count cards. If you count cards, you'll be kicked out. No, you are supposed to be counting cards in this game, and it is insane.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Hey.
Hi. What do you think of this floor?
It is honestly very Japanese coded.
Well, I figured it'd look nice with the paper doors.
Oh wait, where's the doors? Oh.
What do you think?
I wish they animated the right way. That's cool. I wish they slid instead of opened.
Yeah, but you like it?
Yeah. I mean, it's not what I would have gone with, but it's cool. It's nice.
Really?
Look, it's fine. It's good.
Okay. It better be good. Like, you better be okay with it.
I think birch was a better choice than acacia.
For the floor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I think you should move this waystone to like over here or something, but you can figure that out later.
Yeah.
Oh, you know I'm going to have to tear some of this up to make my staircase, right?
Sure, that's fine.
Okay.
I don't mind if you do that.
Okay.
Do-do.
Anyway, let's put all the stuff I got away.
I need more birch.
All right, let's see. Broken spawner, don't need. Solidified experience, don't need. Spawner shards, string, spider eyes, books, anvil, enchantment table, soul gem, iron bars, ladder, heart of the void. Don't need any of that.
Heart of the void. Just casual.
What is the plans for the basement? I missed the last couple streams. Well, you're just gonna have to go back and watch and find out, Chris. I'm just kidding. So this is the house, and Kira's gonna be like doing the homemaking and decorating and whatnot, because woman, right? Whereas I, the much superior woman, will instead make a dark hole to build in. It's gonna be a workshop.
Yeah. For machines and stuff.
All right, I need to make an axe. A woman be shopping. It's funny because you didn't spell shopping correctly. Women be shonen. Women be building their house that their husband picked out in between two dark forests.
Mm-hmm.
What am I trying to make? Axe. Yes, axe. Oh, I need sticks. I found one. Honestly, one of my favorite lines from one of H-Bomber Guy's videos is his line in making fun of Deus Ex Machina when they do the whole gender bit for the cybernetic people. And he's like, yeah, them women be shopping for augmentations.
Yeah.
Okay. So I gotta start digging.
For the basement, yeah.
It should be 2 or 3 ways. Sweetie, I have an issue here. Come here.
Hold on a sec. Yes.
So I have an issue. See where I'm standing? Look, stand where I'm standing.
Okay.
So you see how I could build like in these 2 spots here and have the stairway line up with that stairway? It would just be a nice little bit of symmetry.
Yes.
But then I have this spot over here open. So maybe I should do it in these 2, but then it's off-centered from that one.
I don't think it matters if it's off-center from the other staircase, because you won't be able to see the other staircase once we're done.
So you think this annoying thing will be invisible?
Yes, but if you really want it to be aligned, then just do it this way and have this last part like just be the opener. Just make it as small as possible over here. Like do an opening and make the beginning of the staircase over here, so there's very little part over here, like only 2 blocks.
I'll just dig it. I'll just count it being invisible.
Okay.
Krista says you taught me that women can truly be anything. Thank you. Yes.
All right, Sleepy.
Women can be bimbos. Women can be girl bosses, and women can be Nyarlathops.
Not today, thank you. That's a good achievement, sweetie. Good job.
Not today?
Yeah, you got the achievement. Not today, thank you.
I didn't see it. What did it say?
It's for deflecting an arrow with a shield.
Oh! Awesome. I didn't know I did that.
Yes.
Oh, I have a bit of a problem. Do you know what you're going to make the stairs out of yet?
Oh, I'll make it whatever you make the basement out of.
Alright, I'll just make clunky stairs, and you can make more refined ones later.
Yes. I did replace the other staircase with actual stairs, by the way.
Okay, cool.
Yep. I'm collecting more birch now to finish the flooring.
Okay. Alright, so I definitely want to have that replaced with concrete. Oh, there's some monsters underneath. We'll have to take care of that. It's such a creepy sound.
Yeah, the zombie sounds are so scary.
Okay. But I can't... I need to go one lower, because that's going to be your flooring. Yep, that's how I'm going to have to do that. Oh, I see some of the cave below. So... such a weird sound. Okay. Where's that spider coming from? Is there a spider outside or something? Ooh, I love the little door pads.
Might be Scuddler. You love the pressure plates?
Yes, thank you. Yep, it's over here. Okay. I will not worry too much about this natural cave. I'm curious about these blocks over here, because they look creepy. Defiled stone. I'm not going to make it out of that, though, because, like, we can save that for when we go into edgy other worlds, if we get to that point.
Yeah.
Okay. But this does need to be more of this. This is how deep it has to get. This is too shallow. It's just barely shallow enough. I just realized you took a lot of the lights out, so I'm putting torches back.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. Okay. How about this, sweetie? You know I have like a lot of hot takes on things. Can you think of any of the hot takes so I can just start rambling and defending them?
You have a lot of hot food takes.
I really don't want to do food right now.
Okay.
With my medical stuff, that's just not really a comfortable subject.
All right. Oh, talk about how you feel about mouthwashing.
Oh, okay. So there's this new indie game came out, mouthwashing. Krista says, I disagree with all of your takes. Only my takes are correct. I mean, look. Everyone can be wrong sometimes. It takes a real achiever to be wrong most of the time. I'm just kidding. So, let me start replacing this with concrete. So, Mouthwashing is an indie game that came out earlier last year. and people went crazy for it. It was generally a success. A lot of people liked it as a little indie game, and specifically, a lot of gay and queer people, progressives, leftists, maybe, they loved it. I saw a lot of them talking about it. It was all over social media. I saw streamers doing it as well. And it really bothered me because I'm sorry, and I do support indie games, and I don't want the person who created it to be upset. Well, they'll never find out. I just don't think it was that good of a game. It was fine. It was mostly a sort of like experiential game. Like you just go through and you see horror sequences. I found it a little bit ironic, by the way, that people like really hated how many horror sequences there were in Fall of the Frontier. And yet, Mouthwashing is just a game of horror sequences and everyone loves it. You know? My belief is that the game is actually popular not because of the story. People say it has an amazing story. Bullcrap. That is just wrong. The game is popular because people were nostalgic for the art style. People love the art style. And there's nothing wrong with that, but that's the reason it got popular. Not because of anything with the story. The story I actually think is quite bad. Because the entire story, like, okay, I guess spoiler warning. You play as the murderer! Whoa! No one saw this coming. I guessed it in the first 5 seconds of the game. And I didn't just, like, guess and happen to be right. But the story's written in such a way that, like, bad things keep happening. How do they keep happening? Everyone seems confused. It's because you're the bad thing. You're the bad thing happening. It's you. You're the problem. And you play as this character named Jimmy, who's the one doing everything bad. And the game is sympathetic towards him. The game has this whole scene where at the end he basically just murders everyone except for the guy that's like all bloody and bandaged. And he lets him go as if this is like an act of charity or he's making things right. And I don't think the game wants you to say that's his redemption. I don't think the game wants you to be like, he's fine now. But the game just doesn't really say anything. They just show that scene and let you come to your conclusion. And like, no, you should have condemned him. Like, it's the kind of thing, like, if you sow a fascist speech, right? You just, like, let a fascist talk and talk and talk. Like CNN did with Trump in 2015 a lot, right? If you just do that, and you don't add any type of commentary, you're like, oh, I'm just presenting it as is, no comment. You're kind of supporting the message that's being said, because you're just letting it hang there. Even if CN's like, well, no, we think he's bad and funny, and that's why we wanted to show him, because it gets ratings, and like, look how awful he is. But they weren't countermanding that narrative. And likewise, I think Mouthwashing shows the bad guy be bad, and the whole let you come to your own conclusions bit, I think just kind of lets him give his argument for why he's just. And I don't like that. I don't think he should have been allowed to just kind of give his argument. I think there should have been some amount of pushback. The one guy who's still alive at that point is physically unable to speak, and so he can't even argue back. Mainstream media should just let me come on and ramble with no pushback, Krista. Honestly, yeah, sure, because your opinions are more correct than others. What?
I love how you're just like, oh, your opinions are more correct than others.
Yeah.
It's because you've talked to Krista about media before, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I know Krista, but so yeah, it's just like there's a character from the game, Anya, who everyone loves. You look up any fan art of her, and she's like 90% of the fan art from that game. And I thought when I saw her, because I saw her before I saw the game itself, because people kept showing it, I was like, okay, this must be a new character from that new game. Let's check out the game. And the character's barely in it. And this isn't even a situation of like, well, she's there for 5 minutes, but she really shines. Like, this is no like Doc Scratch or anything. You know what I mean? She does nothing. She has no agency. And again, spoiler: her plot contribution is basically killing herself. She even, and the real frustrating thing is she even has a chance to kill the bad guy, but she doesn't take it. And you know, there's reasons for that, but it was very frustrating from a narrative perspective. Alright, I gotta figure out how big I want this underground thing to be. That's gonna be a little bit of a challenge. Okay, let's see. At least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want it to be at least 10 that way. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I missed one. Alright. So yeah, I didn't think mouthwashing is that good. Sue me.
Yeah, I do think subtlety is overrated.
Absolutely.
Like they should have been like, nah, Jimmy's crazy and a murderer and terrible. This doesn't redeem him at all. Oh, he's just a crazy person, and at least been honest about that.
I don't even think subtlety is necessarily the problem here, because I don't even think they were that subtle in the story they were going for. Again, I guessed what was going to happen like immediately.
Oh, sweetie?
Yes?
Present.
You got me a new cool sword. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I got a present for you. Come here.
What?
I got a present for you to repay the favor.
Sure. What is it? Worms.
Yes. You can't show
Trash.
love like a worm. What?
Trash.
Oh my
Trash.
goodness. Disrespectful.
Let's sleep. Just
Chris-
because I don't think it's lit in here enough yet.
Yeah, we have to get some more weed for that.
Yeah.
See, I know the lingo. I did it. I did it.
Dork.
Can I get in trouble for saying weed? I don't think so.
I don't know.
Krista says, redeemed villain trope fails on its face when there is no build-up. Yeah, I think genuinely a lot of like redeemed villains just aren't actually redeemed. And people can tell when that's just kind of like a farce. Krista says, would you still love me if I was a worm? Yes, this has all been a setup.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I need to make the iron hammer.
You like the floor? I'm done with it.
1 second. Yeah, it's good.
You were worried about the wood, but you like how it turned out, right?
We already discussed this, sweetie. I think it's fine. Not what I would have gone with, but good job.
Okay. Can you give me more Tenebra wood so I can make the walls?
I don't think I have it on me, do I? No, I put it away.
Oh, okay. Got it. I know some people would say this is a horrible mishmash, but I like it.
What's a horrible mishmash?
All the different materials we use?
No, that's literally how you build. You don't make the floor and the walls and the ceiling out of the same stuff.
Yes.
We already did that with the yellow house, and while it's nice, like, it's not all there is in the world.
Yes. Oh, God.
What?
There's a creeper outside.
Do you need me to handle it?
No. It's a support creeper. I got it.
You can just knock it into the lava.
Oh, God!
What?
A witch from Grimoire of Gaia.
Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh.
I got it. I did it.
A mushroom
It
girl...
summoned a skeleton that I put in the lava.
A mushroom girl was going to sneak up on you, and my lava trap saved you.
Yes.
Are Are you gonna be okay?
I saw the mushroom girl. I'm poisoned, but yes.
Okay. You definitely need to add some lighting in here, sweetie.
I know, I will.
Also, I think it would be a good idea if you would maybe add some windows to between the rooms. Not all of them, but just here and there I think could be cool.
Okay.
I would heavily recommend it.
Interior windows are kind of weird.
But I like them. I like seeing things.
Okay.
You don't have to make them big like the exterior ones, but I don't know, something. I like glass. We need more male witches and more women wizards. Terry Pratchett actually had a story about that in his Discworld series. The Discworld books, if you're not aware, were an alternative take on fantasy, but specifically like one of parody. It was meant to kind of satirize the way fantasy stories were written. The entire world takes place in a nonsensical fantasy world, literally on a flat disc, balanced on the backs of 4 giant elephants that are themselves balancing on the back of the world turtle. In that world, all wizards were men and all witches were women. It was a strict gender binary, and it was said to just be the way the world worked, the way nature had decided it. And then one day, there's a girl who's born, and this girl was born a wizard. There's some like weird supernatural stuff at play as to exactly how it went down, but like the gist is the main character, she's a girl, and she's growing up in a world that tells her that she has to be a witch, not a wizard. She's raised by witches. And there's this kind of interesting thing where like, so she goes to like university to train to be a wizard. It's a whole thing to even get her admitted. But despite being at the wizard school and trying to learn how to be a cool wizard, she still values the teachings that her like witch parents taught her. Like, because she's like, well, witches are still cool too. I thought it was interesting. All hail
That's
the world
nice.
turtle. Also, Krista votes on the inside windows idea.
Oh, okay.
Democracy. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Alright. Now there's just the question of why this will go in other directions. Oh, lag. I think I should probably take this out as far as I can get it until there's problems. That's starting to look like a problem. Can you do me a favor, sweetie? Can I use your body as a marker?
Okay.
What?
I was quiet for a second because I'm like, what? Oh, okay. What do you need
I'm
from
not gonna
me?
hold you in my hand and try to like, you know, squeeze some stuff out on paper or anything. Get over here.
Okay.
Just stand right here.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, I could afford to go a bit deeper. Okay.
Can I leave now?
Nope, nope, nope.
Okay.
Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh crap, that's bad.
What? What?
Alright, I went too far. I went too far. Alright, you can go.
Okay.
Okay, that's as far as we go. Krista says, I always like stories that handle the theme of societal expectation and oppression. having fantasy roles play into real-world dynamics has potential. Oh, absolutely. And people look back at that story and think it's like a trans story and whatnot, and obviously you can see why. I think he meant it more as a sort of like gay thing, but you know, whatever. It's a cool story. I really like the detail in the Discworld series that there's an 8th color of magic. You know, the rainbow has 8 colors. Here's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and octarine. And octarine is the secret color. It's the color you can only see if you are trained as a wizard. And so that's why wizards are able to have a sort of sight that other people don't. They can see things other people don't because they can see the 8th color. If you ask a wizard to describe what it looks like, they say it's a greenish yellow purple. Which obviously is impossible to imagine. And the funniest bit is that death is a literal figure in this world, because, you know, fantasy. And the reason people can't see death is because... That's not ideal. I'll fix that in a minute. But the reason people can't see death is that he wears robes made of octarine. Unless you're a wizard, of course. So there's times where like death will come for a wizard, and the wizard's just like, oh, hi. And he's like, hello. Are you here for me? Not today. Okay, good, good. Aw, sweetie, this is being a little more destructive than I had liked. I am sorry.
It's fine.
It's because sand sinks, so I have to, like...
Yeah, I get it.
And stuff.
Alright, what am I gonna do next?
Can you come down here and pick up the door pieces?
Okay.
I'll reassemble the sand and you can put the door back on.
Yeah, sure.
Base falling apart worse than national infrastructure. Look, we're working on it, okay? We're gonna build back better, like Biden said, right? Biden? We can still make Biden references without being mocked. Yes? No? Huh? Man, remember when like they had the whole Dark Brandon thing and Biden was actually kind of funny for a little bit?
Yeah.
That is going to age so poorly.
Yep.
But I mean, it kind of makes sense. That whole meme started kind of like in spite of Biden. Most people didn't actually think Biden was that cool. They were just like, they were just supportive of the idea of like rooting for a president in that way. Because like
sleep.
It's like team sports stuff.
Sleep.
Krista says Dark Brandon was fun for a few months. Yeah. Also, it was a way to take away a racist meme from the opposition. I remember one time during the Gaza protest, there were a bunch of right-wingers that just for no reason, because they're idiots, we just decided to start singing and chanting, "Let's go, Brandon! Let's go!" Like, and they're like the whole thing is like it's a censored version of "Kill Joe Biden" or "F Joe Biden." And then all the Gaza protesters started joining them and also singing it. And then they stopped. The right-wingers were like, wait, we didn't want you to agree with us.
Uh-huh.
I need to get a new shovel. All right. How tall is this place going to be? Let's see. It has to, at minimum, be that height right there. So that's 1, 2, 3. So, or 1, 2, and then 3. So, 1, 2, and then 3. Okay. No! Wrong. Okay, time to punch more sand.
Mm.
Okay, there we go. Now I'll go back up and I'll put some of the sand back, and I guess we'll just have a lot of extra sand now.
Okay.
Ah! Frog Girl, how'd you get across the lava pit? Die. Burn! Never fall for their tricks. We doing blood rituals but femme down there? No, Krista. That's ridiculous, and honestly, I'm a little hurt that you would actually, like, accuse me of doing something like that. I have style. I have taste. The blood rituals happen on the roof, okay? We just haven't built the altars yet. Did you like me bearing the lead on that one?
Yeah.
Alright, sweetie, you can build the front door back again.
Okay. Do you like the fairy lights?
Oh yeah, they're nice. Alright, let me throw away stuff I have in here. Wait, do we have a name tag? Do we have a name
Yes.
tag? Where? Where?
Yes,
Where?
it's
Where? I
somewhere
found
in
it. I
storage.
found it. I found it. Sorry. Solutions, problems, innovation.
There's a set of hanging lights that fell. Do you have it?
No. How do you use the name tag?
You right click the. Oh, you have to name it on an anvil and then right click
Oh
it.
my goodness. Okay. Krista, what would you like the chameleon to be named? If I can just find the anvil. I know I put it in here somewhere. There it is. Oh no, name's my worst weakness. Alright, I'll give you a moment to decide. Careful, you're gonna let him go! You haven't made the front door yet.
Oh, sorry.
I'll put him back here, I guess, where he's safe.
I'll fix the front door.
They actually change colors based on where you place them!
Yeah. You didn't notice that?
No, I just thought it was green. Oh, that is so cute. That is so cute. Oh, wait, no, don't run. That is so cute. You're right on the edge. Where are you going to become? Just that green? Oh my goodness. I love you. I love you. All right, Krista. Unfortunately, I think you're out of time. Oh, Abby. From Native American roots signifies leaf, symbolizing nature's perpetual change and renewal, is embodies a path to growth and transformation. All right, Abby. How do I actually? Oh, do I gotta put one of these in here? Okay.
You put the name tag in the anvil, and then it
Okay.
lets you. Yeah.
Abby. There we go. We have pet Abby.
That's nice.
It's adorable. It's more than nice.
Yeah.
It's profound. Okay. It is done. Now I am a little worried about them escaping, because apparently they can trigger the panels too. Look, they're out. Look.
Yeah, yeah.
Where are they going? It's not safe out here. If I bucket you, do you still have your name? Oh, wait. Did bucketing? Oh, okay, no, the name is still there. Okay, so we can always bucket them if we need to.
Yeah.
Okay, I am a little scared of them getting lost. Do we have a lead? How do we make a lead?
It's made, I think, from leather and string. You could look up the recipe. There is a recipe for a
Okay,
lead.
it's string and slime. We have that. Definitely have that. Just
Yep.
gotta find it. Okay, string and slime. There we go. Buckets are like Pokeballs, perfectly habitual.
What do you think of the lanterns?
How do I attach this to things? Oh, that's cool. How do I attach this to things?
You just right click. You have to do it to an animal.
But what do I attach the other end to?
You can attach it to just a piece of fencing.
Oh, I have to make a fence? Ow!
Oh, sorry. I was trying to get rid of the torches.
You're trying to high-five me.
No.
Okay. Fence. Oak fence. Hey, you have a bunch of oak wood, don't you?
I have some.
Can you make an oak fence post for me?
Sure, sweetie. Just give me a minute. Is it okay if I make a birch fence post?
Sure. By the way, here's some wood planks for you.
Oh, thanks. Here.
Thank you. Oh, you made the stairs nice. Good job.
Yep.
Uh-oh. It's getting dark. Where? My torches. There we go. Okay. So now, I don't know where else to put it for now, so I'm just gonna... Pet goes here. Abby goes there. There we go. It looks a little funky, but I guess it'll work for now, until we can get a better arrangement. I need a new shovel, actually. You having fun, sweetie?
Yes.
Any other hot takes I made you want to talk about?
Oh,
Sorry, I don't mean to put all the pressure on you.
I don't know.
Alright, that's fine, that's fine.
I'm trying to light the house.
Oh, it's scary down here.
Yeah. Yes.
Alright, that's gonna be a lot of dirt. What's the dirt version of the hammer?
Excavator.
Okay. Iron, yes. And I can make it, nice. Getting the floor pretty dirty there. True, true. Dirt's getting all over the floor. I might be making this way too big, now that it occurs to me. Whoopsie. It'll be a big workshop, at least.
Yeah.
I actually need to make it one more and then put concrete there. Okay. Well, I might as well complete this little corner here.
I'm really close to being completely done lighting the house.
That's great, sweetie. I've thrown some torches here and there just because I was scared.
Well, down there, I haven't done anything yet.
No, not down here, up there.
Oh. Wow, you don't trust me?
It was dark!
I put some extra... Wait, what?
This is where all the machines are gonna go. Okay, don't fall. Okay, we're good. Solitary Guard says, "Sup, bro? Hello. Welcome to the stream. We're just trying to build a basement for our home." Here, I can show off our home. I'm doing the basement. Kira's decorating the above ground area. This is our chameleon, Abby. Abby. Oh, there's... There's like a lever or button here. Yep, so we're between these dark areas. That's a lava trap to kill all the frog girls that are immigrating across our Darklands border. And this is a different dark area. We're cool with this dark area, though, because, I don't know. They're, less froggy. They are the Canada to our Mexico. I said solitude. I didn't say... I said solitude, okay? I might have I might have, gotten the syllables in a different order or something, but no, don't be mean to me.
Alright. The whole upstairs is lit up.
That's great, sweetie. Oh, I gotta go one more up. Crap. Okay. Crap. There's so much! Alright, let's put stuff away. Cobblestone and dirt. Might as well not let this dirt go to waste. Never know when you might want to plug a hole sometime.
Alright, the whole place is lit. I love it.
I'm glad, sweetie. You're doing great. Cobblestone and dirt, the lava's favorite snack. You just throw in the lava, I'm guessing? There we go. 33 worms. Ooh, wait. Oh, you can't eat them.
Oh, what? What? Excuse me?
Don't worry about it, sweetie. Nothing happened. Okay? Nothing happened despite attempting to happen. Look, you can't convict me for a crime if I only tried to commit it but failed.
This has been an actual legal defense used by a head of state in America.
I was really trying to resist the temptation to bring Trump up again. I'm sorry.
It's fine, sweetie. That really how it be.
Look on the bright side. President Musk.
Why? That's not a bright side, sweetie.
Well, it's a different evil, not lesser. Actually, worse probably, but different.
Uh-huh.
That's a weird glitch. Oh.
I know
Ow.
I made some stairs. Where
That was
are
weird.
they?
Am I able to get yet? Okay, this is being weird. Well, they seem to be gone. Okay. We should let Abby be US president instead. I'm reminded of this old dorkly sprite animation back in the day that was joking about Resident Evil and say like, we should vote in President blah 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 to be president. And the joke is that he was a zombie. He had already been turned zombie, but we should still vote him in anyway. And they have this whole like campaign ad for him. And at the end of it, it just goes like, vote President blah blah blah, because even a rotting undead corpse would be a better politician than most politicians. Alright. This is, again, a bit bigger than I probably should have done. I got a little carried away. What was that? You
A
good?
creeper threw some TNT up at me while I'm on the fucking roof.
Whoa, are you okay though?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm glad we put no griefing on.
Yep.
That would have been bad.
Do we still want the staircase to be Tenebra wood? Let me do some work.
You could refine the underground staircase if you'd like.
I am busy.
All right.
I also need to eat so I don't die.
Eating is a good thing to do before dying.
Yep.
Go big or go home on the scale? Yeah, sure. Why not? It does kind of make you... What? That... Huh?
What?
That... I think I just had a glitch.
Oh?
Yeah. What? It did it again!
What is it doing?
My concrete's turning into dirt.
What?
I know, it was weird. Okay. How much further should this go?
No. Do not. Fuck you.
Okay. So I'm thinking it just stops here. We go there. I think that will be decent. We could always expand it if we wanted to. Alright, and I'm going to fill in these empty spaces with cobblestone. I ran out of cobblestone. Abby, you don't have to sit in that one space. You can roam a bit. It stretches. We definitely need to be, like, going to other universes and stuff, exploring different realms. But we have to have a good home base to come back to.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to make, like, additional home bases. Like in the other worlds. I think that would actually be a lot of fun. But we have to have at least one be our main base, you know?
Yep.
Alright, and this goes into the cave system, which I've already lit up. Just put a torch right there. Maybe one right here. Okay. Now let's go back to the inside. Let's fill it up. Okay, we really gotta talk about stuff.
Okay. Yes. I am doing something to the roof. You will see.
Uh-oh, surprise.
Yes.
Nice. We could, I don't know. Sorry.
It's okay.
It is kind of relaxing just building.
Yeah, it is nice.
Oh, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna be able to show for the next stream, what I'm gonna ramble about.
Oh, yes.
Maybe I should show that. Chris says this is why a list of hot takes could come in handy. Honestly, I don't know. I guess it would be fun just have like a list of all of my political prescriptions. I'm trying to think of like what are some like politics subjects that aren't like partisan so much, like just like normal everyday issues, I guess. That's kind of why food takes often come to me. Oh well. But yeah, just a list of political takes I think could be fun. Oh, AI! Let's talk about AI!
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I was thinking media takes. Yes, but the only problem is a lot of the media takes I would have are probably over pieces of media a lot of people wouldn't know. Like, here's all my Homestuck hot takes. Here's all my, I don't know, Danganronpa hot takes. I definitely gotta talk about Danganronpa sometime.
Yes.
It's really coming together. We're getting our dungeon.
Yep.
Anyway, so yeah, AI. So this is probably a contentious one that will make people in chat upset, if there are people in chat. Viewers listening, I guess. But you know what? Maybe you're based. Maybe you won't get upset because you have all the right opinions already, like me. But artificial intelligence, like language learning models, is, I believe, an unethical technology that should not exist. People talk about the good it can possibly do for the world. I believe the good is at best marginal and at worst completely non-existent. I think a lot of it is speculator-driven hype, and people just fall for it because it's tech Silicon Valley based, and I stop giving me glitchy dirt blocks. It takes away my concrete.
You can cheat in more concrete if you want. I don't mind.
Well, thanks. Now the way it's awful, the way it's bad, there's honestly many different ways, some of which are more serious than others. AI defenders will take this as sort of throwing spaghetti at the wall. They'll take it as like, oh, you don't actually have any serious problems, because if you did, we could fix those problems. You instead hate every aspect of it. Why is that? And I'll say the answer is because it's a very hateable thing. It just actually has a lot of problems. Occam's razor is not really a thing here, or at least there's a whole bunch of Occam's razors.
Yes.
And I do think intrinsically, the very concept of artificial intelligence being used in this way is flawed. And I think one way you know off the bat that it's flawed is the dumb name it was given. Because it is not sentient, it is not intelligent. I guess it is artificial, but it is not artificial intelligence. That is just the buzzword that came up for it to try to give it a name. What it really is it's just a generative algorithm.
Can we sleep?
The concrete is actually becoming dirt because Minecraft incorporated LLM AI into their rendering scheme in the latest update. This is not disinformation. I don't think that's possible because we are using an old version of Minecraft. Unless they somehow injected that into old versions, which I don't think is possible. For goodness sake, tell me it's not possible.
Yeah. It isn't, sweetie. It isn't.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did that, though.
I wouldn't be
No!
either.
No! I made a mistake. I made a horrible mistake.
You did.
Just more sand fixing I have to do.
Oh.
But yes, so I don't know, we can go over all the problems, I guess. The first problem is that it is extremely wasteful. Just like cryptocurrency and NFTs before it, this latest speculative hype bubble has a technology that's extremely wasteful and dependent on technology, or burning energy, I should say.
Yeah.
I think it's also relevant to compare it to cryptocurrency and NFTs, other tech bubbles. This one, I think, some more like liberal people and corporations tend to fall for because there's a more immediate use to try to scrounge up money on their end.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, that's the only use anyone actually cares about. It's not about its pragmatic use, its practical use. It's about money. Where did all my sand go? Whatever. It's a speculator bubble.
Yeah.
And people realized that cryptocurrency and NFTs weren't going to be the big thing. They still exist, but they only exist because the right wing lives in an echo chamber in a different, like, political environment.
Mm-hmm.
So they're able to just kind of ignore that the rest of the world knows these things are fake. And that's why, like, when Trump became president again, he was able to just literally launch another meme coin and make a bunch of money off of the suckers that fell for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so in addition to it just being extremely wasteful on energy for no discernible reason, it's also a literal plagiarism machine.
Yep.
Oh, here's where all the sand was.
Or as H. Bomber calls it, stealing. Complicated stealing.
Yeah, exactly. Because the way they work, they want you to believe it's intelligent, and it's a deliberate choice. They want you to think that artificial intelligence is some move towards sentient technology. Because if a piece of technology is sentient, they can appeal to bad faith arguments for like equal rights and civil rights to say that the LLM, the generative AI, is not stealing anything. It is just a brain ingesting media content and creating brand new media content without any direct connection, just like a human brain. This analogy benefits them, which is why they call it that. It's extremely disingenuous. All right. I'm getting there. Do I need to... No, I don't think I can knock down this wall further. Oh, crap, I'm out of gray concrete. Oh, wait, I'm almost out. Oh, but still. Oh, that's broken. Oh, I can't use that. Alright, I have to level more building. Is it nighttime? Oh, no, it's daytime. Wow, I had no idea what time it was down there.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go teleport to that building I was leveling.
Okay.
Oh, except my tools are almost destroyed. I need to bring more tools. Man, such lag. Why? Are you using your Ethernet cord, sweetie?
Yes.
Weird. Okay, so let's make more hammers. Sorry, I'm trying to talk about the AI thing, but I'm also trying to play the game at the same time.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just make another one. So, yeah, so when they train these machines on like giant data sets, the reason H-Bomber guy, people like him, call it complicated stealing is because all it's doing is it's learning to remix those data sets, the data it's given, into different forms. To say it was like completely not stealing would be to say that like if I take a collage of 14 different pieces of artwork and put them together, that's not copyright infringement, which it is. I don't get me wrong, that a collage would in that way be a sort of transformative work, but it wouldn't get you out of copyright. TLDR Kyle wants to ban AI from public access. Yeah, sure. I think you don't have to go that extreme. I think some regulations would go really far if they were actually enforced. But sure, yeah, I hate AI. I'd go that far. Based, actually. Is this the one Is this the one I tore up? No, I don't think so. Oh, no. Where's the one I went to? There it is. Let me get this light out of my hand. It's making me lag. Alright, gotta be careful. Alright, we're good. So yeah, it's just a plagiarism machine. It just steals from people, and that's why they use it. You're like, well, are you supporting copyright? Do you think copyright is based? Look, we live in a society of capitalism that currently utilizes copyright. If you completely were to erase copyright and use AI, like endorse the destruction of copyright, all you're doing at that point is you're just allowing the giant mega corporations to own everything. Because they would be the only one that would be able to afford to make most of it. I think copyright is a very flawed system, and no, I don't support it. But I don't think just, like, supporting AI... Like, how about this? Just because I'm against copyright, just because I'm against the current laws, doesn't mean I'm pro-stealing, you know?
Yeah.
It'd be like if you you were supportive of a giant mega corporation stealing from a small like mom and pop company. It's like, but it's all capitalism at the end of the day. It's like, okay, but one of these things was less evil than the other.
Yeah.
And I don't think artists are evil. They're just people making beautiful stuff in a corrupt system. They're doing the best they can.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think if you have a problem towards artists, I think that says a lot about you. I think that's a very disgusting character trait to have, actually. It's like hating teachers or nurses.
Yeah.
Krista says, gotta be careful with how to pull the band-aid off, or more accurately, a full body cast. Yeah. I think copyright, the way it currently exists, is draconian. I think we could regulate it and scale it back considerably, but I think as long as we live in a capitalist system, some form of it has to exist. Otherwise, it will simply just be unprofitable to create art, which means you're limiting the amount of art that can be created because fewer people will be able to personally be able to afford to make a living doing it. But that's the thing, though. A lot of AI art defenders will say like, "Oh, well, we're against copyright." But if you ask them about capitalism, turns out, oh wait, no, they're still liberals. They're capitalists. They don't actually have a problem with capitalism. They just have a problem with personally being able to violate copyright. And like, don't get me wrong, violating copyright can be fun. Like, fan art does it all the time, you know? Copyright stinks. But that doesn't mean we need to support a technology that's used mostly by giant corporations to siphon art away from smaller creators.
Yeah.
And I think the most telling thing about the AI art position is the insecurity about it. Sleep, by the way.
Oh, yes.
It is not enough for the AI defender, the AI tech bro. It is not enough for it to exist. It must be allowed to impost. Because if you insist on there being regulations to at least identify which art is AI made versus human made, they hate that. They go against it. They don't want you to be able to tell it apart. They want it to sneak in. Why? I think honestly, it's a deceptive piece of technology. They want to purport the argument that again, it's intelligence, it's indistinguishable from human, because they think that just because you can't visually tell the difference, that makes it identifiable. Identical. Like come on, like they think if you give somebody a glass of H2O and a glass of H2O2, hey, if you can't physically tell the difference, it's exactly the same. You know? It's like, well, no, there's other implications here. Even if no one ever drank the bottles, it means a different thing that you gifted somebody that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got so much, what's this, white concrete? But I'm trying to get the gray concrete that was just in my way.
Ah, okay.
How much I got? That seems like I think it'll be enough. Krista says, if the market exists, it should be manipulated to lead the best possible outcomes within the system. Yeah, I'm not a supporter of markets per se, but if they are going to exist, we need to have them serve the people's interests as best as possible, because that's literally the entire point of living, is to make life as good for as maximum number of people as possible. That's what society is supposed to do. That is literally what the government is supposed to do. And obviously it doesn't. Hey, sweetie.
Yeah.
I just said hi.
What?
I'm just here.
Oh.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, I'm done.
Oh, you want me to look?
Yes.
Okay.
So look.
Oh, nice. Oh, you retiled it. Cool.
Yep. You like it?
Yeah, nice. This does kind of jut out a little bit, but oh well. We can maybe put like solar panels back here or something.
Yeah. Or I was thinking maybe if we put fences on the edge, we could put some animals in here.
Yes, live a little animal farm.
Yep.
That would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Great job, sweetie.
But you like it?
Yeah, I really do. Good job.
I even made the edges dark wood, you know?
Yeah, I think it works. Ow.
Whoa.
Wait, were you trying to double layer it like that on purpose?
Yes, because I figured it would match.
I think the double layering looks weird. I think that should be purple.
You think the edges should be purple on top?
No, I think the double black layer is weird. I think it should just be one black and one purple.
Oh, okay. I can replace the lower layer with purple.
Yeah, I think that would look much better.
I'll go ahead and work on that.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
Weird. Okay, so let's see. Do I dig in further? No, let's just do this wall first. So anyway, I've been talking a bunch about like the ramifications of AI, how it's only used for evil. There's also automation. Automation as a concept is already kind of scary, but what makes automation scary is that it scares us, or rather, it makes it harder to get jobs doing labor that people used to get paid for. People say, oh, they should be labor that wasn't worth doing anyway. And yeah, sure, totally agree. But then where do those people go? They just get displaced because we live in a world, a system, where you have to work to survive. So if you eliminate work, you're kind of anti-human. Like you're hurting people, you know? TLDR, the Luddites were right. Yeah, they had a point. The Luddites literally had a point. And you know what? If you're like, well, but is there a way we could solve this and still have the automation? Yes, it's called a universal basic income, and you have to implement it intelligently. Like, there are solutions to these problems, but if you just insert one thing and you don't take into account how it affects everything else, that's when you get problems.
Yeah.
I think I'll go one more deep. And then AI. So AI is like the worst of both worlds, basically. Oh. Yeah, that works. AI is an attempt to not automate the work, but rather to automate the mind. It is meant to... Like, people act like, oh, it's automating like computer jobs and previous jobs that were more thinking oriented. It doesn't think. It doesn't do that. It's just a word assembler, you know?
Yeah.
It just goes off of probability. It gets things wrong all the time. And I should go in about that, but like, yeah, it gets things so wrong so often. And people are like, oh, but I put it in, then I check it first. Like, oh, great. I love me an information system I have to already know the correct answer to be able to check it.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Did you do the screaming?
Yes, I did. So yeah, it's ridiculous. But yeah, it's just so sad to automate away like creative endeavors, you know, or things that should be. Like, sure, there's like sending emails isn't something anyone loves doing, but if we're automating it by email, doesn't that mean those emails were kind of pointless anyway? Or AI? Like, if we have to do an AI email, wouldn't that email just been better off not written at all? Like, what purpose did that email really do? Because now it's not doing anything. You couldn't even be bothered to write it. Why do you want me to read it? Anyway, so all of this was just kind of leading up to, like, even if you could solve all these problems, I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
And it's not to be disingenuous. I think AI does have a lot of really bad emergent problems. But I also think fundamentally AI is bad on a philosophical level. People talk about like the human soul or whatnot, but you don't have to be religious to believe that there is an intrinsic value to humanity. And the goal of AI is to replace that. It's to read an email, see a piece of art. It's to call someone on the phone, and instead of having a human being at the other end, you have this masquerade, this animatronic that pretends to be a human. And it is pretend. There is no sentience. There is no life. That's just literally not how this tech works. It's a mechanical Turk, and it's just really, really infuriating because it just feels like the goal of capitalism. They want to try to save as much money as they can. They want to save every dollar, every penny pinch. Krista says I'm preventing myself from ranting in chat so hard right now. Hopefully they'd be agreeable rants. but okay. Um, it's... Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Let me build a pickaxe real quick. I need a pickaxe. Alright. I should probably eat a carrot or two. There's all my cooked carrots.
I will make more.
Well, thank you. Okay, so yeah, I am philosophically against artificial intelligence because I think automation is meant for automating like jobs that are either like physical in nature or jobs that are like so mundane that like it's invaluable to human life. And the idea of automating away aspects of not just humanity, but of like socialization. Like you go to a restaurant and you see a kiosk instead of a server, right? And like those servers are kind of wage slaves. That's not ideal either, right? But you can imagine a sort of communist utopia. Some people might just want to be chefs or servers of food. You could imagine that like at your like fantasy local town inn, there's Ma at the pancake shop who loves seeing people love her pancakes. You know what I mean? So just because the system we have now is terrible doesn't mean that like, oh, you know what's better? A kiosk where you never have to face another human being ever. Just hand over your money to this machine, please.
Yeah.
And I've heard the example said before, but I think it bears repeating. But the idea of like calling a suicide hotline and what answers is a fake human, like there's quite frankly nothing more like suicide inducing, in my opinion.
I get that.
There's also the argument that some people will use, like, well, what about this niche scenario where it could be useful? Someone somewhere once reported that it could be used for cancer. Like, to fix cancer. And then, like, oh, what about, like, translating languages when no one else can be bothered to translate the language? And, like, first of all, other people should maybe be bothered. Like, that's maybe a good service utility to humanity and probably requires some human thought. AI on a suicide hotline is horrendous, Krista? Yep, indeed it is. I think there are some places where humanity is necessary. And there's other places where humanity is still, I think, a really, really good idea. Oh, this place is getting completely delit. And not in the drug way. So I just think philosophically AI is pretty bankrupt. People will say, oh, well, there's, niche use cases for it. And they're often lying. Here's my stance on that. Even if there were or are some possible potential use cases for this technology, its use, its propensity for evil, for inhumanity, it is literally an anti-human piece of technology because it is at odds with the fundamental principles of humanity. The way in which we structure our societies and socialize, the way we live our lives. It is so at odds with everything. People talk about a revolution, and sure, yeah, it would be a revolution to a worse way of life, to a horrible way of life. They wanted to replace you, not just you in your job, but you posting. They wanted to replace you online. They wanted to replace what you see online. They wanted to replace your friends. They wanted to replace the people you see on a day-to-day basis. They wanted to replace human labor. They wanted to replace overhead. They wanted to replace human capital. That's the whole point of it. Yeah. So I don't care that there are some hypothetical uses for it. It has done more evil than good. And
yep.
I think we would be better off throwing it into the sun, being rid of it forever.
Yep.
I heard it compared to eugenics the other day, and I do agree with that comparison.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually.
Yeah. Oh
Do
man,
you have any oak wood?
I ran out. No, I
Oh.
don't. Sorry. I was doing so well. Anyway, that's kind of my thesis. I could go on and ramble some more, but I think that's a good stopping point for that.
Yeah, that's fine. I like listening to you, Joel.
Thank you.
You're very good at it. At talking, you know?
I appreciate it. Just gotta think of things to talk about sometimes. I feel like Silicon Valley is often defined by people that never thought, should we make something? They just did it because they wanted to make the next big thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This is why, by the way, that so many people are like anti-AI when it comes to art. Because art
Yeah.
is such like a, sorry, I'm rambling a bit more, but art is just such a human experience, you know? This is why artists are almost universally against it. Some people be like, oh, I'm an artist and I still support AI. Great, you're part of the 0.1%. Good on you. You self-selected. And honestly, half the time you're lying anyway.
Yeah. It's just... I think there's something fundamentally human about art, and that AI takes that fundamentally human part of it and out.
There's just like you look at a piece of art and you're like, oh, okay, why did they decide to shoot it that way? Like, you know, the other day we were watching Chappelle Roan's Pink Pony Club for the 17th millionth time, and I paused it and slowed it down and was like telling you what I thought about the choreography of it, because I felt
Yeah.
like each type of little move and dance she did, particularly at the beginning, was very telling for what they wanted the narrative to be about her being the scared little girl, having her like queer coming out, you know?
Yeah.
It was very intelligently done. I could look for that meaning, and I found it because a real human made it. And, you know, some people be like, well, that's not how I do art. I decided to put that there because it was pretty. It's like, well, you know what? You're probably not that good an artist then. Like, you know, maybe you did find it to be pretty, but a good artist would probably be able to give more meaning than that.
They'd probably be able to at least think about it more.
Yeah, it's kind of like me rambling at the beginning of these streams. I'm just talking about things I've made, and I can explain little decisions I made here and there that, quite frankly, no one even asked me about.
Yeah.
Krista says hype is greater than ethics in the tech world, or more broadly, the investor class. Absolutely. People talk about us going to like America falling to fascism, which we are, but I think it's a more insidious version of that. We aren't going to go exactly through like World War II Nazi Germany stuff. We're going into technocracy, and that to me is terrifying.
Yeah.
I think AI will be looked at in much the same way that we look at eugenics in the future, because it's going to be the tool of the oppressor class. It's going to be the justification they use to replace our lives with soulless machines as a way to further atomize us and prevent any type of class action.
Yep.
But I was talking about like AI art, right? I remember what was that sound? I remember I was arguing with some people about AI art, and they thought they were so clever. And you know what? This is going to be a bit of a hot take, so actually, I'm probably going to disagree with some people here, so this will be fun. But a lot of artists hate AI. I mentioned that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not hard to see artists on social media, particularly Blue Sky, sometimes Twitter, I guess, on Tumblr as well, where they'll be like, no AI, and that's perfectly reasonable. It's a bad technology. You should exclude it. It'll make your life better if you get rid of it. It's funny, I saw an article the other day that was like, here's everything you need to know about the AI. And another one's like, you didn't tell us how to turn it off. And it turns out it's because you can't. Haha.
Yep.
So it's not everything you needed to know. Anyway, some artists will say that you can't do AI art because it's not art, you know? Like I was saying with the painting earlier, you look at the painting and you think like, oh, why did they decide this? And there is no answer. A machine decided it was the highest probability of what ought to go there.
Yeah.
And some artists will say AI art isn't art. I honestly kind of disagree with this. So to give you an example, I had that argument with those AI defenders. And they're like, so do you think AI art is art? Is this art? And they would show whatever. And my response is, yes, I do think so. Because everything is art. Anything can be art. There's no use, there's no utility in trying to suss out what art is. That's where they get you. They had expected me to say, oh, well, no, it's not art. Oh, well, how do you define art? Is this art? Is this art? Is this art? Is this mosaic art? Is this landscape art? Is this selfie by a monkey art? Is this art? And I believe, literally, fundamentally, just like how everything is politics, everything is art. Anything, or at least anything can be, you know?
Yeah.
It's about how we choose to frame it, how we choose to interpret it.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were taken aback by that, and they're like, oh, okay, that's based. And I responded, yeah, I just think AI art is bad. It's bad art. So that's the stance I have. I disagree that AI art isn't art. I just think it's wretched art. I think it's terrible, and I think you should shame it.
Yep.
It's art in the same way that if you decided to poop on a piece of paper and then put crayons in it and mix it around, hey, yeah, it's technically art. But bleep you for making it.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to see my dungeon?
Sure, sweetie.
Where are you?
I'm right here.
Oh, hold on. Wait for me.
Okay.
Crap, I'm running out of room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ooh. Well done.
Thank you. You like it?
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, the goal now will be to fill this place up with a bunch of machines.
What's this?
It's a tunnel.
You decided to leave it here?
What was I supposed to do? Fill it up?
No, I would have just assumed you would have walled it off.
I did, but I'm leaving space here for a door, so you could leave if you wanted to.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Thank you.
This is where I'm gonna process ore down here.
Yeah, we'll probably have a lot of that too. We'll have to come up with some type of power system. And hey, sweetie, would you be interested in trying to hang lights here?
Yes.
Okay, the only thing is I need the wall real estate. If you could do lights on the ceiling, that would be really appreciated.
I could do that, yeah.
Okay. But it's about time for us to be done, sweetie.
Aw.
It's been a
I
lot
was
of
having fun.
Yeah. I was mostly digging a hole for most of it. But now I get to fill the hole.
Yes.
Yes. I don't know, innuendo, maybe? Because of holes?
Do you like the windows I made inside, by the way?
Let me see. Yes. Although, we should have a little one here, too. Oh, wait.
We can't.
Oh, right. Right. Okay.
But do you like it?
Yes, I like it.
Alright.
Good job.
Thank you.
Carissa says, I don't think AI needs to be entirely banned, but I don't like it used for art creation for the sake of creation. Some genuine uses can be found, but it's still a bad technology for what it enables. I mean, I can settle, I suppose. I think it has much more evil potential than good potential. I genuinely would chuck the whole thing because I think the benefits are marginal to non-existent. And I leave that variance there because it could possibly be proved to me at some point that there are marginal use cases. But there's a lot of misinformation out there, and I have not yet been successfully convinced about that.
All right, let's sleep,
But
and then we'll
again,
be done.
sure. My point is though, even if there are those marginal cases, they are in the vast minority. And that's why I think the comparison to eugenics makes sense. Because with eugenics, you could argue like, oh, well, shouldn't we maybe modify embryos so that they don't have like I don't know, some degenerative
Turner
condition?
syndrome.
Well, that's iffy, sweetie. What do you think about that? What do you think the ethics are of that, huh?
I don't think Turner syndrome is detrimental enough to life to eliminate it.
Okay, but
I think that's eugenics.
devil's advocate, though, sweetie. Your version of Turner syndrome is better than a lot of cases. There are people that suffer where you don't with it.
Sure, and
And
I think we should concentrate on easing their suffering rather than making sure those people don't exist in the first place.
the only thing I'm trying to point out is that that is basically eugenics, but there are extreme cases where you can make an argument for some type of benefit to eugenics. But we don't support eugenics on principle because we know where that road leads. It leads to Nazis.
Yeah. That's the thing. You can't let it be start because then it'll never end. You
Yep.
can't even let a little bit of it in, you know? You have to just disregard the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. Though I should point out, like around Nazi Germany, eugenics wasn't really about like pre-modifying fetuses. It was more about culling people. But yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's been fun. We got a little heavy there at the end unexpectedly. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But I like talking about it. And honestly, sweetie, you did a great
Yes.
job of fixing the flickering issue. You were right. It was the mid maps. I don't know why exactly, but it worked. It hasn't been an issue since then.
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate you. I love you. And
Love you too.
and chat, it's been great. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Next time, we're gonna start making machines.
Yep.
All right, let's.
And this place won't be so empty.
I'm gonna end stream before I end Minecraft because it always takes a while to end Minecraft.
All right.
Okay. Here we go. Thank you all for attending. It's been fun.